Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Blair. You're about to experience what you never experienced before. Buckle up, let's go. Umwana Zambia pa UK. Oloni Sunday ni noge. Oborishasi. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, the most pro-relicious UK Zambian DJ Blair. One of the few DJs holding it down for Zambian music out here. Yeah. DJ Blair Kami.
You know what I'm going for them praise?
Your big daddy ilizile kwa chikali ineneze body. Hey, uyu afuna za kwatu timbela chemuche bonse na manzatu umakwesha wasu timaziva UK na bazeti bama kuziva bazaname tuweche chikali uke ninga kambecha bei weni patali uyu yebeni patali uyu yebeni patali DJ Blair question. Birimba. You know what time it is? Hey. You know what I'm going for in praise? Nipadali. Kazibe.
Apati chefeko Mama tipakise Kusama kumanya kizasungana
Chatanyeko
Kijapikatana No kukumyana
Tusambe kuminwe Ishita mwevan
Together we can Together we will
Fight corona
Let's not panic Together we will
Kuzisunganie makwala
Atwi Kusamba kumaza jinjijinse You and I together we'll overcome and win.
Support no hand sanitizer. Kuibon fe win to be wiser.
practice physical distancing. Will I hugging and ish can shim?
I'm a boko san regular.
Yes.
Maluleta they should be quick for it.
Yale Pabanto edges. Avoid them crowded places.
Together we will.
Fight corona.
Let's not panic. Together we'll
Kini ya kionse samova kumaboko.
Amor wakona. You and I together will overcome and win. If you think you have symptoms of the coronavirus disease or have questions on it, call the helpline on 909. To avoid getting infected and giving the virus to others, wash your hands regularly with soap and water properly. Let's stop handshakes for now. Find other ways to greet. If you have a cough, please cough into a flexed elbow. Yes, you can get infected, whether Zambian, African or not. Whether Matauni or Kumunzi, Mumayadi or Mukomboni, you can get infected, whether young or old. No one is invincible. We all need to take care. You and I together.
Kalandanya Music Promotions.
Mask up, mask up. Mask up, mask up. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Mask up, mask up. Keep a social distance. Mask up, mask up. Always remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands. We've lost so many friends and loved ones. So keep a social distance. Social distance. Always keep your mask on. Always keep your mask on. Don't trust yourself and your neighbor. Don't be overtaken by wrong information. Don't allow yourself to be a victim of those spreading lies. And you and I can make a difference. You and I can stop the spread. No need to give a hug up with that little bacon that sick. Oh, mask up, mask up. Oh, mask up, mask up. Oh, people are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, people are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Sanitize, wash your hands very often. Kubosha bosha ya iwanu mitakaze. This thing is very real. People are dying still. So let us stay inside so we can stay alive.
Keep your hands clean, distancing as we move to the beat. Yeah, keep dancing. No need for the meet and greet. You have to stay indoors while you move to the beat. So jump to the rhythm and stay safe. Keep it virtual and stay brave. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. People are dancing and clapping and hugging. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
papa. Nikapuza vina sunga chite understand. Kulinkani sina nikama zobisika. As time goes by, na hula you understand. Tipwela mosiana siana pano pachalo. Cindy when mistake, my little one. Cindy when mistake, hey little one. Diwe mungeli, mungeli from up above. Diwe mungeli, you are a product of love. Diwe mungeli, mungeli from up above. Diwe mungeli, you are a product of love. Vena bapatwa bapeza ponse Filipo. Vena bapatwa bapeza kulibe. Koma chintu chikulu pachalo ni umoyo. Kama ni kuziba kwa mene uchokela. Know your place and you will never lose your way. You know you do, you gotta let God guide your way. Cindy when mistake, my little one. Cindy when mistake, hey little one. Diwe mungeli, mungeli from up above. Diwe mungeli, you are a product of love. Diwe mungeli, mungeli from up above. Diwe mungeli, you are a product of love. Ninga kangi.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Show on Radio. My name is DJ Blair Kami. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, everybody. This is DJ Blair Kami on the ones and twos. Yes, today I've got a very, very, very special guest. My guest today is a legend of the broadcasting of the industry who has had a road named in his honor. Yes, you heard it right. He's had a road named in his honor. I wish I can just stay on this. Please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome my brother, an award-winning journalist, a DJ, an MC, and a lot more. I'll bring him. We'll play one more song. I think he needs a proper introduction, and then we're gonna start. So coming up after this is my brother, the legend, Mr. Chella Katwishi. After this song.
Nistaile nikagangana weo sinza yes I know yes kusakila wina nikutaida
Tafichera mumo nikuona umalira limo kosa wala iyo kosa esa kusarendano musikana na munyama taiwe na kuona umafuti kaiwe ni maona monga susi wati future yako eve ili kenge iwe kwata confidence ichichetekelo na focus kufunya polezines no kumeka alo umfa chorus Wila lila mayo Chipalile kwa jama fiata ya kwamba I promise you Fiala pita mayo Wila lila jaja Chipalile kwa jama fiata ya kwamba I promise you Fiala pita dada Wila lila mayo Wila lila dada Wila lila mayo Wila lila dada Pukuta misozi, natipukuta misozi. Ashi baby, kuzachana futi, nati kuzachana futi. Manje manje, chunta na dobo si solution. Utaya umoyo ni confusion. Iyo, I said don't ifyo, sisunge mushe uoneza fuino. Iwe kwata confidence, ichichetekelo na focus. Kufunya polezines, no kumekalo umfa chorus.
Wila lila mayo, chipalile kwa chama fiata ya kwa, but I promise you, fiala pita mayo Wila lila jaja, chipalile kwa chama fiata ya kwa, but I promise you, fiala pita jaja Wila lila mayo, wila lila jaja, wila lila mayo, wila lila jaja
Nazolinga nangu Rajebino.
Yeah. Oh. Wila lila we munandile sale kumuna tetia kuneketo. Pala mafye, fuka mafye ala kufana iwe. Wila lila mayo. Chipalile kwa jama fiata ya kwa, but I promise you, fiala pita gata Wila lila mayo, wila lila dada, wila lila mayo, wila lila dada
International.
Hello. Like I was saying before, my mic wasn't very good. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear now. If I can get a nod from my guest there, then I'll know it's loud and clear. Not yet, so my mic is not loud and clear. I think we're going to sort out the mic and then we'll come back to my guest. If you can take him down, producer, I'll need to introduce him properly. Yes. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. My producer is not flashing. It means you can hear me just loudly.
Rich bro. I promise to love you, only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you, only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
I promise to be with you. Vintu vonse velfun, I'ma do for you. Mona, Tishinkani sent from heaven. Addiction too much, I'ma die for you. I don't care what they say about us. Umutima wanjina lipela webo kale. Wila sakamana lisa alisanika. Paka nempela ya chaluka banaiwo. Gonuba funa budishe nalisangape. Nokusakamana kwa chikule pengafe. You know me, I'm Mr. Money. Baby, tell me what you want, I'ma do for you. I'ma be your bad man king, bad man thing, bad man world. Let me be the one for you. Everything I go do just for you.
I promise to love ya. I promise to love you, only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you, only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
You wanna go, but me fenge me. Okoli malopiti ya kwa mi fenge me. Okwi unanya bonyo manche koli nenu mo. Okwi unanya bonyo manche koli oh baby oh hey. I wanna share with you everlasting. The love I have for you is true, everlasting.
I promise to love you only you. I promise to love ya. I promise to love you only you, not only you. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. But you've been there for me, even on my way down. Cause everybody wants to love you when you're on your way up. And you've been there for me, even on my way down.
Yes, 1, 2. Oh, yes. I'm sorry about that. Technology was trying to defeat me on a good day like today. Today is month end. When we used to be in Zambia a long time ago, my special guest used to say, Njikata, Friday Njikata, Saturday Ninda, Sunday Ndegerako. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think I see my guest is laughing backstage. That means he can hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my guest, an award-winning broadcaster, DJ, MC, friend, brother, cousin, everything on this one man. And now recently he's got a road named after him. Wow. I simply call him award-winning. That's how I call him. So I don't call him Chella like the rest of you. I call him award-winning because of the accolades he's acquired over the years. Yes. So, Mr. Chella Katwishi.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, award-winning Blair, for taking time to have a chat with me. And I just want to thank the viewers and the listeners to this interview, for taking time away from their Friday in Jakarta.
I was hoping you said Friday in Jakarta.
I'll say it at some point. I'll be able to say it.
All right, okay. We're warming up.
We're warming up the tables.
Yes.
Yeah. On a serious note, I just want to thank Soul9 Radio and you and Oscar Mianda and the rest of the team, Chinode and the rest, for giving me a chance and time to speak and just to have a chit chat with yourselves.
No, thank you so much for coming through. Like I said, I've been away for a bit, and I thought it would be appropriate. My first guest will be you.
Wow.
Because we normally have a good rapport on air, and the fact that you've done this many times, it's easy for me. Even if I make a mistake, it will be easy for you to point it out to me later on, or even on the show.
Sure.
Because you've done this several times. So for me, there was nobody else I would have interviewed apart from you on my first live after what's been 3-4 months or something.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you, and the good news that the road has been named after you. I couldn't wait. I really couldn't wait to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I would also like to take this opportunity on behalf of myself and my family to send my sincere and heartfelt condolences on the loss of your dad. May his soul rest in peace. I think that without him, you wouldn't be here. Great man he was, from the things that you said about him. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask my producer to play the clip of when the road was made official to the public by His Lordship, the Mayor, Miles Sampa. So we're gonna get that clip and then we'll discuss a bit further right after that.
Incidentally, we are the last full council with councillors today, and a few resolutions came up. No council property was sold or ever been sold in my tenure. Play parks, nothing has been sold. I put my foot down. But some of the resolution today that may be of interest to some listeners, under my proposal, the council has approved to name some roads under some eminent names. In the media, since you're a journalist, if you work hard, you also, the mayor of that day may reward you. But I'm happy to say we have approved naming a road Chella Katwishi. You know Chella Katwishi?
Yes.
Manja.
Wow.
Yes, wow. Wow is all you can say. Wow. That was wow. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Only hard work and God can get you to this stage. So well done.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well done, my brother.
Thank you.
Something like this in if you were president, this would be the equivalent to being called Dr. Chella Katwishi. So this is such a big deal. I'm telling you. Son of the soil. My partner Oscar Mianda was saying, this is what it means to be called son of the soil. Your name is forever engraved in the land where you're from. Son of the soil. It's amazing.
Very true.
Amazing. Yeah. Tell us, when did you find out? How did you feel? I've got goosebumps and it's on me.
Well, somebody from the authorities called me and told me about it. The mayor was going to call me. And the mayor indeed did call me. I don't want to mention the person from high authorities because I haven't gotten their permission. So the mayor called me and he said, "Listen, Chella, you've worked so hard for our country, Zambia, and we would like to honor you. Usually we honor people when they've passed on, but we have decided to honor you, but it's not automatic that you're going to be honored. What is going to happen is we'll put it to a vote." So all the councillors in Lusaka sat down and they voted. I was told it was a majority vote. They all voted, so it's not automatic. That came, and to me, I think it came as a shock and it was a surprise. And I remember I cried because I said to myself, I started thinking back and saying to myself, what have I done? Then I started, then the mayor went through the things I've done, and I said, wow. So it is
things that you have forgotten about. You've just put it in the back of your head.
And when he started tabulating the things, it's like you, Blair. Every time you do a show, you want to. The next time you do a show, you want to do better than you did the last time.
The last one, yeah, of course, yeah.
Because you want to be better and better and better all the time. And in my case, I wasn't looking at all the things that I had done in the past until the mayor, started tabulating the items, and then came the naming of the road. I told the mayor, no, I think you're pulling my leg. He says, no, I'm serious. Then he handed the phone to the town clerk, and he came on the phone. He says, yeah. We sat down. well, we're going to sit down as a council. And on the 10th of May, they sat down. They put it to a vote. And bang, everybody voted for the idea. So I'm told. I wasn't at that meeting. And then the management of Lusaka City Council now decided to say, okay, where are we going to name this road? I said, well, they asked me where. I said, well, it's up to you. Let me tell you my history. I said I was born in Luansha, migrated to Livala, and then lived a little bit in Chilenje, and then moved to Kalundu, and then moved to North Mid, and then moved to Jesmondin, and then now North Mid, where my parents are staying. So I told them all the areas.
You moved a lot, eh?
Yeah, because my mother was a teacher.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember from our last conversation, you did say,
Yes. My mother was a teacher, so we kept on moving. Every time they would transfer, I would move, you know?
Yeah.
And, parents were in the habit of buying houses and properties. So then they move and put it on rent, things like that. So, so then finally they gave me 4 options. And I said, okay, let me give you in priority. Livala is my strong wood, then Chilenge, and then, I tabulated the names. And then finally they came up with Livala. Next to Livala Secondary School.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Somewhere near SDA Church, near East Point, somewhere there, I think. So
there between the 2 traffic lights. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I know it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a long road. My sister went there to see the road.
Yeah.
She says to me that it's about 300 to 500 meters long.
Oh, wow.
So it starts from Chilimbulu Road.
Yeah.
And goes to go and join the Ring Road.
Ring Road, that side. Yeah. I was going to say,
So I couldn't believe it. And then from May, you can imagine, Blair, my heart was in my mouth from May.
Yeah. I remember when we spoke. Yeah.
When you lost your dad, we spoke about it. And,
Yeah.
You said, Blair, I can't believe it. Until the signpost is there, then I'll be able to believe it.
No, it was good. It was good for me because the time I was going through something, and that news just uplifted me. So thank you for that. I've been waiting as well, just as anxious as you were. Yeah. We're all looking forward to it. I was hoping they'd do it when I was there, so I can go visit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
June, July, and 3 months later they installed the road and.
Yeah. No, that's you see, hearing the whole story like that actually makes it even a lot more befitting. The reason is the mayor just put a name forward. It was up to those town people to decide whether they do it or not.
Exactly.
So the fact that they knew who you were and they knew you deserved to be honored is a big honor to you and the rest of us who are in the same industry at the moment. We've got something to look forward to. One of ours has got a road named after him when he's still alive, not after death. Yeah, when he's still right here, we can talk to you about it. Oh, that's wonderful news. I'm really happy.
The other important thing which the mayor mentioned was he said to me, and I quote, he said, Chella, you're the first surviving broadcaster that we are naming a road after. After the late Ali Kinkata, after the late Charles Mando, these have passed on, the great broadcasters, the way, may their souls rest in peace. And then, and then me, and then I'm looking to myself, I looked at all the people I've worked with, I said, well, they've done greater things, why me? I kept asking myself that question, God, why me? Why me? Up to now, I still can't find the answer.
The thing is, for some of us who started liking DJing, loving DJing because of you, there's a lot of things I can say why you got it. First of all, you are an inspiration to a lot of us. We used to look forward to radio stations. We're too young, some of us were too young. Not too young, my parents just wouldn't let me. My parents were strict. We couldn't go out, but I had your outings until when I was a bit older. I used to come to Insaka there. I used to stand next to a DJ set, just watching how you do the the states and stuff. So for me, just I've got examples of my own. Now you can
Yeah.
imagine the masses that saw you from when you started all the way up to now.
Yeah.
You see? So I understand why you say why me, because you're such a humble person, having known you all this time. But I think you deserve it because of what you achieved. They don't just give these things to anybody, to be honest.
That's what you told me actually.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
we don't give these roads anyhow to anybody. And people that have gone knocking at the mayor's door asking, "Can you give me a road?" We said, "No, we don't
No.
just give anyhow." You know, a road. It's humbling. It's very.
Like I said, it's an equivalent, it's just an equivalent to a doctor. Those honorary doctors they give, this is as equivalent, the highest you can get as a civilian, so to
I
say.
think for me, I would look at it differently, Blair, because I would look at it to equivalent of winning a lottery, because the Bible says a good name is better than silver. So whether my name is good or not, I don't know. But the works that I've probably done have finally paid off, and I equate it to a lottery. When you win a lottery, you're in shock. You don't know what to do, and and that's the feeling I have until I see it personally.
Personally, yeah.
Then I'll be able to, my daughters have taken photos, and
We'll go have a barbecue there. We'll go and light it out right by the corner there.
Yeah.
We'll take a barbecue stand, have a party by the side of the road, open the car doors, you know what I mean? Just have a good party there, yeah.
True.
Good selfies and stuff, yeah. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. We can talk about the road as the whole interview. Because personally, I'm so proud of you. I really am. I'm so proud.
Thank you very much.
It's a very, very, very fitting gesture. Thank you to the mayor. Well done.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be the first one to interview you about it.
Thank you very much, Blair. You'll be shocked to learn that a couple of radio stations back home did want to interview me. Then I said, no, I promised Blair, and let's start with you, and then we shall move on. So that's how dear I hold online radio. That's how much I want you to grow, and that's how I hold you dearly to my heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
We are so and appreciate you, and I think we respect you very, 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 and we thank you for thinking of us instead of everybody else, ahead of everybody else. So yeah, that's the way we are. Anyway, we're gonna carry on. Thank you so much. We're gonna take it back a little bit. Just to when you started broadcasting. But before we go to when you started broadcasting, I heard you used to be in a band when you were about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you singing? Were you playing the guitar? What were you doing?
I used to play accordion. I was a Catholic. I was a mass saver. Kampenga.
Okay.
Yeah. So one priest decided to take all the mass savers.
Yeah.
And some children within the surrounding community area.
Yeah.
So we used to go to Kawata Parish from Libala, and then he started teaching us each instrument. He tried all the instruments on us, and the accordion is what sat well for me.
What's accordion? Which one's accordion?
Accordion is like a piano, a handheld piano.
Oh, those ones. Yeah.
You
The
know,
ones we used to see on ZNBC folk music and stuff.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, those. Okay.
That's what I used to play. Yeah.
All right.
So there we were on our way to Japan.
All right.
That was the first trip. So if you can spot Chella, I'm like, I think the fourth from the guy holding the drumsticks, going up the staircase. If you look at that head, you'll be able to.
The one with the forehead, yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's
you. You know the forehead, yeah.
Next to the guy that come to Little Filiashani.
Okay. Your forehead doesn't edge. It looks the same.
So that's how we started, and we traveled and visited countries. And that, I think for me, that's where the passion and the love for music started from. You know, my father used to love music. My grandfather was dancing all the time. Every Christmas would go to Luansha to go and visit my grandfather. And he would make us dance and sing to rumba music.
Yeah.
And he would say, whoever is going to win, I'm going to give him my wife, meaning our grandmother.
Yeah.
And he's going to have the whole chicken. So that's where the
It
music.
will be Christmas in whatever month that was.
So that's where it started from. So that's about the Rising Stars. It was
Right.
yeah.
Yes. So how long did you stay with the Rising Stars for?
I stayed with them for about 5 years. From the age of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, up to about 13 years. Then I had to go to secondary school.
Yeah.
So I couldn't continue. But the one thing it did is it brought a lot of discipline and humility in all of us.
And teamwork, I think. I'm sure.
And teamwork. And it kept us away from mischief.
Yeah.
You know, so because we would always practice all the time.
Yeah.
So my encouragement to parents, when you see a child's talent, please don't stop, because it kept us away from mischief.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And your first radio, how did you get in radio, and how was your first session? I remember when I first did radio, and my first radio session was on Soul 9. It was so nerve-wracking. Like, see, I couldn't speak for the first hour or something. I didn't know if I said the wrong. I just played music.
Apart from being a great DJ in clubhouses, I think you make a great broadcast, because there's a difference between being a DJ and the broadcaster. The broadcaster is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
This is broadcaster Blair now.
Yeah.
DJing is, when you're out there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I always thought it was the same. Thank you. See, I said that when lessons, you see, there we go.
Now you're presenting the program.
Yeah.
You're a broadcaster, and you're talking naturally. You're not shouting. We're having a conversation. It's like you're talking to Mrs. Kami. That's what broadcasting is all about. They always used to tell us, every time you're talking on the radio, speak as if you're speaking to your girlfriend or your wife or your partner, things like that. I was a teacher. Coming back to your question, I was a teacher at Lusaka Boys Primary School, and then Monali Secondary School. I taught a couple of people, like I said and mentioned in the other interview. Yeah, and then I took a couple of broadcasters, the students rather, from Monali Secondary School. I took them to go for a wildlife conservation club. Television recording. So after the television program, Uncle Frank, Ambassador Frank Mutuila, and the late Lazarus Kanyungu came down running the stairs. Said, "Who is that guy? Who is that guy? That guy has got a broadcaster's voice. We want him. We want him." So they pulled me aside from the rest of the teachers, and they said, "How would you like to work on television?" I said, "No, me. How? Okay, what about radio?" I said, "Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, you've just pounced on me. Look,
I have no idea. Okay,
I don't know." Then they said, "Okay, let's give it a try. Let's just try you." So they gave me a script to read out, and that's how I got the job. And the rest is history. And that was my first broadcasting. And
look at that. In black and white.
In black and white.
No, we believe you. Yeah, this one we believe.
Yeah.
100%. This is yes.
And in those days there were no CD players. You can see there's
I can see the vinyl at the back there. Yeah.
And the vinyl, exactly. Yeah. So for me to sit in that seat,
and you had 3 microphones. Wow. Okay. This is ancient for real.
For me to sit in that seat, it took me about 6 months. We just seated and you're observing, watching, and listening to the greats of the Peter Mwembas, the Lawson Chishimbas, the Kenneth Madumas, Asisera Mobanga, Margaret Zimba, who later became Margaret Peary, Doris DBM Molenga. It was great. Mike the Maverick Tabor, Sweden Handala, all those people. We learned a lot from them, in terms of radio. And I owe it to them, to be honest.
That's wonderful. You see the way you're saying you owe it to them. So imagine one of them got the road named after him. That's the way we're feeling about you. So you know they deserve it.
Right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's true.
You see what I mean? Yeah.
And guess what? That picture there, Blair, that's the late Dr. Manasseh Piri. Dr. Manasseh Piri was the Director General of ZNBC.
Yeah.
Remember, I joined ZBS, and then it transformed to ZNBC in December 1988. That's when it transformed. So Dr. Manasseh Piri became Director General, and he found me out. I used to call myself Professor CJ on the radio.
Right, yeah.
So because I used to wear spectacles. Can you imagine me in spectacles like Shimpundu? So, so Dr. Manasseh Piri came and said, young man.
The cameraman? It looks like BM. Sorry to interject. It looks like BM, huh?
No, the cameraman is Dr. Manasseh Piri's wife. She used to cut her hair. She used to cut short hair.
It looks like BM, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dr. Manasseh Piri came to me and said, Chella, why do you call yourself Professor CJ? You're a DJ on the radio. You're not a professor. You're a DJ. You're not a qualified person to be professor. So you're a DJ and your name is CJ. So we're going to give you DJ CJ.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's where the name came from.
And because you're playing the music and that's where they go CJ, go DJ, go CJ, go DJ. That's where it started from,
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, nice, yeah. I was saying to, when you did that, I think it was Phoenix, 25 years. I think you came on.
Yeah.
But before that, there was a DJ, I can't remember which DJ spoke to you. He was singing that to the crowd. He said, no, my next guest, go CJ, go DJ. And then they brought you on the phone. I was like, oh, wow. I forgot there was that go CJ.
But the So Online viewers and listeners will be glad to know that the person who taught me how to DJ was Francis Ndovi.
Okay.
The beat master.
Yeah.
I taught him how to be master of ceremony. Remember, I shared a house with Francis Ndovi. So he taught me how to DJ because he used to DJ he was a DJ at Big Bite, and then he came and joined, ZBS then. So he taught me how to DJ on the radio, and I taught him how to be master of ceremonies. So my specialty was master of ceremonies. When I handed the microphone, he says, wow, Chella, you're good. I said, yeah, wow. I mean, I can't beat you, Francis. You're good. The way you just mix the music, it's second to none. I mean, it's immeasurable. I love it. Please teach me. And that's how he started teaching me.
Oh, nice.
So we borrowed disco equipment in the house, and he started teaching me. And I owe it to him, Francis Ndovi, great brother of mine. I owe it to him.
Nice. That's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. I think we'll take a musical break to give us a chance to drink our coffees. And then we'll be right back after this. We'll carry on. We've got so much to talk about, like so much. Today we're ready. We're here to talk, isn't it?
No, yeah, I am ready as well.
Yeah. So we're going to take a musical break, and then we'll be right back after this. Thank you.
What is a hero? What is a hero? Do you have to die to be a hero? Here
Oh, you don't know what you've done, Blair. That guy. We can't hear you, Blair.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I was saying I've played that. We played that deliberately because we've interviewed so many people, and I know you've got history with the late great Oliver Mtukudzi. Tell us about that.
Well, with Oliver, I think with Oliver, you see, everybody on the radio used to play the 90s and the 80s music, R&B, soul music, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to come up with something different. And what I decided to come up with, I said, my parents used to take us to Zimbabwe for holiday. And I said to myself, and every time we go to Zimbabwe, we'd listen to this guy. His music was great. It was second to none, trust me. It was jazz, Afro jazz beats. But I couldn't understand a single bit, a single lyric of what Tuku was playing. And guess what? Tuku played that music. And every time he played the music, so I came back to Zambia and I said, okay, let me do this. Let me introduce his songs. And I started collecting his CDs on the radio, his records and CDs, and I started playing them on the radio. And people started saying, CJ, Nishinom, Naba Pova CJ.
Oh, yeah.
We know you to be playing, Good Life, Stomp.
That was one of your favorite, Good Life, isn't it?
Life, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this nonsense you're playing? But every time I would play it, I would do a research about what's the meaning of the song is. You would usually sing in Shona, and I would do a research on what the song is talking about. Remember, Tuku's songs were proverbial. And when I say proverbial, I mean he sung in proverbs. For example, Vuma. He said, Vuma, meaning you've overstayed.
Yes.
He meant President Mugabe.
I'd overstayed, yes.
I remember. Mentioned President Mugabe.
Without mentioning his name, yeah. Of course.
Without mentioning, he would speak in parables to say, you've overstayed. Can you please,
step away now.
Exactly.
Farm or something. Yeah. I remember that.
Even about this national hero bit, he was complaining to say, do I have to die to be honored? Do I really have to die to be called a national hero?
All right. Okay. Oh, wow.
Why can't people be honored when they are alive?
Yeah.
Do you have to die to be a national hero? Honor me now, here. Meaning now.
Yeah.
So it was my promotion of his music on the radio that led. I used to drive a VW Beetle, and Oliver sent his manager Debbie Metcalf to Zambia, and he says she came to ZNBC then and said, Chella, we hear you play a lot of Oliver's music.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I do. I love him. Who are you? Then she said to me, oh, I'm Oliver's manager. And I said, wow, you're Oliver's manager? I couldn't believe it. I said, no, call him now. So she called him. I spoke to him.
Yeah.
And when I spoke to him, I screamed my lungs out. Trust me, I screamed.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I was speaking to the legend,
the one that
Oliver, the one and only.
Yeah.
And then next thing I knew, I was told, okay, we're going to drive to Harare, and because Tuku wants to see you. So we drove to Harare. No, we flew to Harare with Tuku's manager, using South African Airways. When we got there, Tuku left me their bedroom. Tuku and his wife, Daisy, they left me their main master bedroom.
Oh, wow, what an honor.
Yeah, and in Shona or African culture or African setting, you know what that means.
Yeah.
For people to give you their bedroom, it means they've honored you. Yeah. And then the next thing he said, young man, I want to honor you. Then he took this chain, which I always...
All right.
Yeah, and he put it on me, and it never comes off. And then I said, you've given me a chain, but I don't even have anything to give you.
Yeah.
Then he says, okay, that's not an excuse. I'll drive you into town. We drove into town, took me to a jewelry shop, and says, here's a shop, buy something.
No excuses. I like that.
So imagine, Blair, I took out my last $500, and that's what I used to buy the chain.
Yeah.
And I had to buy it.
Yeah.
Because I was put on the spot.
Yeah.
So I bought the chain, I put it around. He was tall, very tall. He was very tall, taller than
from
me.
a distance, yeah.
Yeah. And I put it around
I never met him, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I put it around his neck. And that's how Tuku and I got to know each other. The next thing, then he took me to a showroom and he got me my first Mercedes-Benz car.
Oh, nice.
So I flew
for Mercedes. That's
yeah.
That's where you started. Yeah.
It started from.
You and Mercedes. Yeah.
And I drove back in a Mercedes-Benz, honored by Tuku. And the next thing I did was he gave me a challenge. He says, now that you've promoted me on radio, can you do a show? I said, I've never done that. He says, well, do your homework. So I said,
he was straightforward. I like that. I like straightforward. Yeah.
He says, you're a broadcaster.
Show. Do it. Yeah, that's it.
Do your homework. And I said, okay. So 1990, I did my homework, and we did the numbers. We did a survey, found out how many people. If we brought Tuku, what do you think? Would it be a great show? And a lot of people were for the idea. And that's how Tuku came, and that's how I held my first promotional show. And the picture, I remember Kennedy Gondwe interviewed me. The picture that was on the Times of Zambia and the Post newspaper was of me and Tuku walking at Intercontinental Hotel. And he booked me a room at Intercontinental Hotel. He's a great guy.
I think that initial giving you the chain and you going to buy a chain for him was a test to see what kind of person you truly are.
Yes.
And after that, he was like, yeah, okay, this guy is genuine.
He was testing the waters out.
Yeah.
He wanted to see, am I a selfish guy? Am I a star?
Yes.
What kind of person? Am I out there to just get from him?
The
extent that when my last born, Tula, was born, Tuku flew from Harare, Zimbabwe with his wife, Daisy, to come and, bless my son.
Oh, wow.
And that, to me, is an honor of the type of friends I've made in this journey of broadcasting. When he died, I felt like a piece of me had left. He died from diabetes, unfortunately. It was heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. But
he's somebody I wanted because I used to follow his music. Because I live in Botswana, and when that Vuma song came out, we went to a person and said, "This is a new Tuku song. It's not out yet because it's not supposed to be played." So he played it. We're like, it's a big song. And he played it again. The guy he played it again. Zimbabwean guy. He said they don't play it in Zimbabwe. They're not allowed or something like that. But So when I came here, I saw him on shows. I went and saw him performing. But I didn't know you knew him that well. But it's somebody that I wanted to
meet.
I need to meet him at one point. So I was kind of gutted. I never met him.
Was a great
passed on. That's to hear that you knew him this close. I wish I had come to you and
full of energy. When he catches the guitar,
yes.
non-stop.
Yes.
Non-stop, despite his age, he'll dance on the stage. And the one thing that I was very happy about with Tuku is that you can be a musician, but Tuku's songs, when he plays on stage, they were sounding exactly the way they sound on CD. And that to me made him a great musician. And then JK asked me to, Chisha Folotia asked me to introduce JK to Tuku, and that's how they did Zokera Kumusha, And then Maureen Nilanda also asked me to introduce her to Tuku, and which I did. You know, I played my part, at least not just to broadcasters, to the musicians as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's brilliant. Well done, job well done.
Yeah.
You interviewed some other well-known artists, Brenda Fassie, the legend Kofi Olomide, Shalamwana. Tell me about those guys, because we just know them from afar. In fact, Kofi, I'd like to meet Kofi at some point.
I'll start with Kofi. Kofi, when Kofi came, this was the first time he came in Zambia.
But you are young there. Your smile was genuine there, you know. Look at that. In your beard, is that one you pull out? The one you post out.
The is still the same, Blair. When Kofi came, this was at Intercontinental Hotel. When Kofi came, no, this was in Kinshasa, yeah.
Okay.
When I went to,
you went there, yeah.
Yeah, I had to go and meet him.
Back to your roots. Okay, well done.
Yeah. Blair, you can have me deported, please.
My PDG, on a Congo. You can't play that rumba you're playing when you're playing on radio without having roots. There's some roots there. We need to choose that. What's that they do on TV? You trace your roots. I think you'll find that.
So I met him, and then he wanted to meet who was going to be his master of ceremonies, who was going to be part of the organization. Suke Chella is the one who took me there, and it was great. When he came, I was the first Zambian broadcaster to be the master of ceremonies for Kofi Olomide, and I introduced his band as well. He liked me, and then after Kofi, obviously, came Chella Katwishi. When Kofi went back, he went and told the other colleagues, they Chella Katwishi. I remember asking, I said, can I hold you? Because everybody wanted to hold Chella Katwishi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We had everything. We had. Yes, we had. Yes.
I said, can I hold you? So I held her, and she was receptive. Look at the way she was holding me.
Yeah.
She was receptive, and I held her. I said, oh wow, I'm holding the great Chella Katwishi.
You actually look more scared than she should have been.
Yeah, I was. I mean,
yeah. You see, with Kofi, you are really smiling. With this one, you're like, what am I doing here? Look at you. See the difference?
Yeah, there's a big difference there.
Yeah.
So
on Kofi,
yeah,
you see, it makes sense why he's still a big star now. The fact that he invited you, his MCs, he meets them in advance so that when on the day comes, he's already ready.
Is that show. Exactly.
Oh, that's brilliant. No wonder he's still here now. If that's the way he works, it's very, very. What's the word? So he knows what he wants, and he plans ahead. That's
And the one thing that people need to realize that every time we did anything on the radio or when we're doing master of ceremonies, you have to do the research. And the one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Kofi Olomide can play guitar. He's an engineer by profession. He's got a master's degree. He's got a degree.
All right.
Yes. He's qualified.
Okay.
He's qualified. So all those things, we had to do a research on that.
Yeah.
And he's got his second-born daughter is it second-born daughter? She does this catwalk things in France.
Okay, she's a supermodel.
Yeah, and she was on the red carpet. I think most recently, she was on the red carpet. I can't remember her name.
Okay.
Yeah, but we did our research, to be honest.
Yeah.
Every time I meet Kofi today, we are friends. I mean, I created that friendship. Chella Katwishi, there's no way she can forget me. Absolutely no way. Politicians were coming to me, Chella, can you introduce me to Chella Katwishi? And I did. Some of them ended up marrying Chella Katwishi. I won't mention which politician, but there's one politician who's up marrying.
Yeah.
And she couldn't stay in Zambia because she wanted him to go and stay in Congo, and he couldn't stay in Congo. And so the two of them went their separate ways.
Yeah.
And that's how their marriage broke. And then apart from that, there was also Brenda Fassie.
Yes.
Brenda Fassie was a legend.
Yeah.
Look at that. Brenda Fassie was a legend. A legend. She was not she knew she was not good looking. And she would say it, I'm not good looking. But I know that God has given me a voice. And there she was. She didn't care. She was drinking a beer there. I said, we're taking a picture, Brenda. Can you put the beer? And then she said, I'll take it.
Is that you in the picture?
That's me in the picture there, Blair.
Really?
Yeah.
Life was good here.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was.
You've got cheekbones and everything.
This career of broadcasting has for my friend.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I love talking to you because you've got stories for days and days and days. And meeting Brenda Fassie. Those are people that when we were starting, some of us DJing, unfortunately, a few of them passed on. But Kofi, somebody told me you'll be coming to England at some point, so I need to be introduced.
No problem. I mean, now that he so desperately wanted to speak English, because at the time that when on that picture, the first picture which the producer showed, he couldn't speak English. So because I was able to speak French, so we were able to speak in French, him and I, and Lingala as well. And
say about your roots.
I encouraged him. Shut up. I encouraged him.
The truth shall set you free, CJ. The truth shall set you free. We will find out what CJ means. I think CJ has got proper Cosmopolitan meaning.
You can't miss them by their roots. I encouraged him to learn English, and today Kofi can speak English, and I'm very proud to report to the listener that he can be able to speak very good English. Great guy.
Oh, that's
great.
Nice. That's very nice. That's great. We're gonna take a musical break, and then we'll come back right after this, and we'll carry on with a lot more of our distinguished guests with a road named after him. How many people do you know? Me, I know people. Huh? Me, I know people with roads. Who do you guys know? We'll be right back after this.
Well, Blair, the road it's an open door. It has opened doors for a lot of broadcasters, young broadcasters to come.
Yeah.
They have to look up to something.
Yeah. That's what
They
I
have
did in my introduction. Yeah.
To say, I also want something like that.
Like this, yes.
But I should earn it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So.
No, it's brilliant. It's very, very good. I think before we log out, I think some people just joined in. If the producer can just show that picture of the road, just so people can see the road. The ones who didn't see, some people have just logged in now. Mr. Chella Katwishi has got a road named after him in Livala. That's the one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We'll go and have a barbecue there. Wait. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back after it.
Pastor Austin Makota, one of my pastors, we prayed with him. I think he comes on So Online Radio as well.
He's one of our
he gave me a lot of ideas about the road. He blessed the road. And he gave me a lot of ideas of what to do with the road. And he explained it from the biblical perspective to say, when you're given a road, it means your journey to success has just begun. So he explained it in that way from a biblical perspective. And I believe my journey has just begun. I mean, there are a couple of colleagues and friends who have not congratulated me. To me, it doesn't matter because it's not my own making. I didn't name myself after my name or after the road. I did not lobby for the road, but I've done my part, and the authorities that be thought it was important. They saw it fit, and God saw it fit that a name, a road should be named after me. It's an honor.
It is, yeah.
It's an honor. I'm humble.
I think before we take a break, what I would say, because we haven't officially, after today, I'm sure those people haven't, they'll do it now. So I don't think everybody knew yet, but now everybody knows. Now there's there's no excuse, you see. And then he says the journey of success has just begun.
True. Very
again.
Friday.
Saturday church.
Dekelako. Sunday. Tukalondolo.
Yes. We'll be right back after this.
Beba muni sunge amoye pamene muni pasa ndalama nisakachinje kuchinjila bantu bamene baniwona nivutika nikachinja nishinalupyanya. Lord Jesus, bless me to bless many, bless me so I can bless many. Okay, mulungu mani dalisa, every day you keep blessing me. I can't count them one by one. Daba man never back it. Oh, blessing every day. You keep give me what I want every day. I don't know the word too loud these days. You keep give me what I want every day. Everything look nice to me. I got a wife and the family. Beautiful family. Hapa machete nankala yeah. Asote na leka kudandaula yeah. Jaba muni sunge amoye pamene muni pasa ndalama nisakachinje kuchinjila bantu bamene baniwona nivutika nikachinja nishinalupyanya. Lord Jesus, bless me to bless many, bless me so I can bless many. Nikumbukila pamene nezavutika bantu benza likhope nezavutika. I can never silent him. My wife Diana, you are true blessing. Never will I leave you alone. I tell you that put on it, go need to me la phone. Oh, say I want to get it back on the money. Penalty malagwa tikulu lukile koni. Oh, say they could be peledoni. Hambuye Yesu azikuda disoni. I pledge my love for you. Loyalty will always follow. Ni beba muni songe amoye. Pamene muni pasa ndalama. Nisakachinje kuchinjila bantu bamene baniwona nivutika nikachinja nishinalupyanya. Lord Jesus, bless me to bless many, bless me so I can bless many.
Pamene muni pasa ndalama nisakachinje kuchinjila bantu bamene baniwona nivutika nikachinja nishinalupyanya. Lord Jesus, bless me to bless many, bless me so me can bless many.
We're back. Yes. My mic is up. Yep, my mic is up. Yes, we're back. Yes, so we're back now with my guest, the legend, Chella Katwishi, who's those of you who missed out. Our headlines were the number of people he's interviewed, Shalamwanas, and all that stuff. Don't forget the stream will be on our social media handles, so you can watch it back. We're gonna carry on because we're not in school. We need to move forward.
Oh.
Oscar Mianda is asking the road. So if they're on the road, if I'm driving there and they have the car breaks down, the tire, do I send the bill to you or to the council? How does it work?
Well, I'm discussing with the council on what to do, because to be named or given a road, it means you are supposed to work in liaison with the local authority.
Yeah.
It's not just Navampelation after the road, so let it be. We're thinking of so many great ideas, of course, in collaboration with the residents along
the road, yeah.
Planting pine trees along the road, make sure it's well lit. It's tarred already, I'm told.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And also to in terms of the breaking down, I mean, God has blessed me. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
God has seriously blessed me here in the United Kingdom, and I owe it to God. And I'm glad you played that song, that Munisunge by True Boy, because I would like to share the gifts that God has blessed me with the people back home that are in need, with the underprivileged, with the young upcoming broadcasters, so that they too can have a vision, to get to where I'm heading to. And I feel I'm not there yet, because I'm still climbing. I want to reach the level where, Ambassador Frank Mutubila has reached. That level, way above. Due respect to that man. Great broadcaster, that man is. I don't care about his shortcomings, but I owe it to him, because he's the one person who told me, Chella, go back to school. You want to be a great broadcaster? Go back to school. And I never stopped. It was one thing after another, one thing after another. He says, listen, don't copy the other side of me, but just go back to school. Great broadcaster, great talent. And yeah. So we've got a lot of plans. And also, I'm not a Facebook person.
Yeah,
I'm on LinkedIn. Because naturally I'm people may not believe this, but naturally I'm a how do I put it?
A shy person.
I'm a shy person.
Yeah, me too. I'm a very shy person. People don't believe. I'm telling you, people don't believe it. Up until recently, I couldn't speak on the mic. You remember every time there's an announcement, I used to call you. Hey, CJ. These people wanted an announcement, because I'm naturally a shy person too.
Yeah. Thanks for the blessing. The attender, Pastor Wanda Piri.
Yeah, Pastor Wanda. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you, Kauzi, as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the plan is probably to open, a Facebook page where we have all these great ideas from people. Or I don't know. My head is it's going back and forth, and the children are excited about this road.
Yeah, you should probably let the children handle the Facebook page. I don't know
what to do.
I think you'll be lost there. It's very. It's not like high five. It's
yeah. I mean, I'm from the old school.
I know. That's what I mean.
I mean, I can laugh about
the click.
My kids cannot. Yeah, my kids cannot handle a typewriter. Yeah. Our generation is the typewriter. They don't even know what a typewriter is.
So we know why you're not on Facebook. Don't worry, it's okay. You've got good kids. I've met your kids, so don't worry. I know they'll sort you out.
we shall see. I mean, we'll get a lot of. I'm ready.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
I'm seriously ready to to do a lot of ideas. I'm also ready to, God willing, sponsor a program on online radio. Hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you. We heard that. We received.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's
online radio has got to be sustainable. It has got to be sustainable. I mean, you're using all the equipment and all that. I need to support you guys. Nothing for free.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, very much appreciate that.
So those are so many plans that are there for the road, and even just for the fans, that people that love what I did, what these hands and the voice that God gave me did in Zambia, the weddings I mastered in Zambia, the functions I did, and so on and so forth. People are free to go and take pictures and send them to me, and we shall be able to open an album or something. I don't know. My
ideas, they're flowing now. Yeah. That's good.
I'm excited.
I like that they've been revived. Yeah, those ideas.
Yeah.
They've been revived. It's good. I know you're talking a lot about Zambia, but you've done a lot in the UK as well.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you have, yeah. I remember a lot of when Auntie Dorothy used to do a lot of shows. I used to be the DJ, you used to be the MC, because and we worked well together, so well. I mean, there's no moment where if I'm struggling with something, I'll simply call you, and then you sort out, you talk, you ask me, are you ready now? I said, nope, you still talk. Nobody would notice the equipment that died, or you know what I mean? Everything was sorted. Yeah. By the time you gave it back to me,
before you knew it, everything was smooth sailing.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a show you did with Kabov. I don't know. I think my producer might have that. It's from the archive.
Or where I was just up or something. I was in a suit or something.
Yeah, I think that was when Kabova came. Which one was that? The awards? I think that was the awards.
It was the awards. Yeah.
Because
Daniel Mamba is the one who did.
The Excellency Awards. Yeah.
Who did that? That
there you go.
In collaboration. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if it's a filter, because here you look Congolese properly here. I don't know if it's a you look like your roots here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what message is coming to me. These pictures they are bringing.
Blair, I say it like one person once said that Kusamba Blair.
Kusamba, it's true. It looks like it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so I was saying, I know you've been acknowledged in Zambia. You've been appreciated with the road, but you've done a lot here, and you've been acknowledged as well. I didn't want to do this now, but I think we might as well go into it now. Your awards, you've received so many. The reason me personally I call you award winning, the reason why, because you've amassed so many awards along the way. With Daniel, you won DJ of the Year. I don't know which year was that, and then. This was the one for last year for the Hall of Fame.
Lifetime Achievement Award. Yeah.
This one was last year's at the Independence. This one here, and then this one you got. This was the.
This was in America.
The Mwapepia Awards. Yes, this one is.
No. This is different from the Mwapepia Award. This one was in Vegas. Yeah. This is
a different one. Okay.
Yeah, that's a different one. It's here, right here.
Which one is that one? That's the Mwapepia.
Vegas.
Oh, that's the Vegas one. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Also, you got two different awards in America.
Yeah.
All right.
There's this one, and there's this one. This one here.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about your awards.
Again with the awards, I wasn't expecting it as well. The Lifetime Achievement Award, I was humbled to be bestowed the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Zambian community in the United Kingdom. I think that when people look at it and say, we have given you or awarded you the Lifetime Achievement Award, which means you've achieved a lot in your life.
In your lifetime, yes.
And for me, it was humbling as well, very, very humbling, especially that, you know, it was in liaison with the government of the Republic of Zambia through our embassy here in the United Kingdom. I think for me, that's where great things started. And then prior to that, obviously, here in the diaspora, there was the Vegas Award. I went to Las Vegas and I got that award because I was one of the first Zambian broadcasters to have DJ'd in various states, in Chicago, in Atlanta, in New York, in Las Vegas, these are the 4 states I can remember. In Dallas as well. Yeah, in Dallas. These are the 5 states I can remember offhand that I was DJ / master of ceremonies at their functions. The Atlanta one wasn't a good show because it wasn't well advertised, because I just don't want to talk about the successes. But the rest of the shows were all sold out, great shows.
I'd like to read that message back from Zoran.
Or what did Zoran say?
That one says exactly what I was going to say. Your words
thank you, Zo. Thank you so much, Zo. Much appreciated, Zo. You know, much appreciated. Thank you very much, Noella. I appreciate. Thank you so much, Noella. I remember Noella, and thank you. Oh wow, Mavis, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. My son can't wait. Come on, he can't wait. He wants to be seen on television.
Okay. Hello, and somehow I like your hair.
Remove your hands.
I like your hair. Your hair is grown, man. Last time I saw you, I was so young. Wow, you've grown. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, good to see you.
Do you know what? Do you know why?
Are you proud of your dad?
Oh.
Have you seen Daddy's road? Have you seen that? Your daddy has got a road, you know. Look at that.
Is that?
Yeah, he's got a road in his name. Look at that. So you've also got a road because your last name is on that road. So you've got a road as well. Yeah. Are you proud of your dad, like the rest of us? Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Have a good night. Okay. Bye.
You kept on beeping. Sorry about that, Blair. Sorry about.
That's all right. That's all right. We're so on radio. We're not on these other, you know, with their fakeness. No, that's what real. This is, we're working from home. We're working from home. Anything can happen. So that's good.
Yeah, problem.
Yeah, no, it's all right. At least, no, we can see at least he takes after his mother. That's he looks. At least he looks more Zambian. So we know he takes after his mother. If he was Congolese, apanga to Achimona. Oh, he's grown. The last time I saw him was young though.
He was very young.
4 years ago. Yeah.
He's all grown. Wow. He's 9 now. He's a big boy, and he loves music. He plays
that's nice.
Guitar. Yeah, so it's a great guy.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Sorry, what on the awards? Which one were we at?
We were talking about the awards and the things we've done in the diaspora, and you know, after all these awards started, then we sat down and said to ourselves, I think the Zambian people are starved of entertainment in the United Kingdom. And that's when we decided to say, okay, I sat down with a good friend of mine, Kondwani Gumbo, who I grew up with in Zambia, with Jones Gumbo, his brother.
I'm supposed to be the broadcaster. Let me ask you the question. Go
on, sorry. I apologize.
No, that's all right. All right. Go on. I love listening to you. Keep going. Go on. I want to be like that lady from Hard Talk, the one who grilled the Malawian president.
Yeah, go for it.
No, it's all right. My nature will not let you.
No, ask the question, Blair. Let me not take over the show, please.
Okay, let me ask it then. So, in the UK, apart from the awards, you've achieved so much with the awards, and then me personally, I was proud enough to be when a group was formed at the time, because we used to play a lot of different places, and I'll talk about me. I used to get phone calls from this group to go and DJ on the exact same day, and I found that so annoying because I could only do so much. And then if I choose these people, the other ones say, "Oh, Blair," you know what I mean? So when you guys came up with Big Four. I was very, very happy to see that finally we've got a group that's going to do everything together. And the fact that you brought,
Wow.
That's Big Four. I used to call them the Big Five.
Well,
let's see the other one. This one was a Big Three.
Well,
this when they started. This was the first one, right?
This is when we started.
So this was the first.
Far right and far left is Kondwani Gumbo and myself, and in the middle is the late Uncle Ronnie, Ronnie Tembo, who was a community, organizer, community leader. He's so rest in peace. We loved him so much.
Yeah, so much.
So Kondwani and I came together and said, "Okay, what should we do?" And obviously, I introduced the idea to Kondwani and I said, "Listen, let's not do anything illegal in the United Kingdom. Let's register Big Four." And I registered it in my name. I was the director of Big Four, and then incorporated Kondwani Gumbo. And then after incorporating Kondwani Gumbo, we said, "Okay, who do we get on board?" We said, "Okay, let's get Blair on board. Blair will be playing the music all the time at every Big Four function. Whether it's a success or it's a failure, we'll be playing the music. And then let's get Uncle Ronnie." We got Uncle Ronnie on board. He was very receptive. He agreed. He had a large following in the United Kingdom. And then we brought in Auntie Dorothy as well, because we did not want to be in competition with Auntie Dorothy or to be seen to be challenging her, if it makes sense.
That's why me personally, I was happy to join. Because at the time, me, you, and then Dorothy, we used to do a lot of shows. Say me with her. We did so many shows with her. So when you came about, what I asked first was, is Dorothy part of it?
Exactly.
As soon as Kondwani said yes, I said, "Okay, I found me."
So we did a couple of shows, and the first show that we did was a great show. Big show. We said to ourselves, "Okay, with due respect to Aubrey Kasonde and Morgan Nkumbula, who were the first Zambians in the United Kingdom, together with the other colleagues I may not remember here." And B1. We said to ourselves, "Listen, why don't we do something different from what the others have done? Let's bring in a comedian and a group of musicians." Comedian? No. Let's try it. And we tried it, and it worked. And it was packed. It was in East London. It was.
Yeah, I remember. I was the DJ.
You're the DJ.
Yeah. So before we continue, because there's more to this story. Big Four. There's a lot more to Big Four. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna play the clip, one of the clips from that show, and then we'll carry on after the clip. It's a bit long, but you're gonna enjoy it. As whoever is watching is gonna enjoy it. Please share with your friends. The next clip coming on is very good. It's one of the first Big Four event they did, and they brought Dorica, and that time Dorica was hot. I don't know about now, because there's so many young comedians who have Facebook and Twitter. So Dorica and them are old school, so it's hard to find them. But this was the one. So we're gonna watch this, and then we'll come back and continue after this. And then Mr. Chella will tell us exactly what went on. I wanna pick his brain after this clip.
No problem.
Everybody
driver, can you? Nice to see you, love. Yeah, man, yo. Well, maybe I saw. Yeah, I wish I landed. All right, open. Can I ask Chella to just speak to you for a minute? Now, Mugabe, it's okay. Now, I got that type behind nine. Chikonde, filia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Security says, please sit down, please.
I just want to, I've seen something I've not seen in a long time. And that's my sweetheart right here. Yeah, my, oh, you're looking good, love. Yeah, my ultimate chuku goes. Anyway, what's with the aspirin? She goes, yeah. But it's looking nice for you. The way she's from Brazil, no come style. In is the area. Yeah, yeah. Nice to see you, love. It's been a long time. It's my very good friend. So I thought you want to shake. We can now. Yeah, my yo. Nakuyuke baba Masai. Visa. Let me tell you, in Torica, Naifu, people in Masai can't never. You don't know Brazilian love. So, Bali Kalamatantaya love. And now, whenever I do Masai, then I can spray. How baby what it costs that? I don't mind the beauty hurts. But you're looking lovely. How about I never Canava? Hey, dude, your baby says she's got nothing to do with me. Malawi. Are you from Malawi?
Yes.
Now I understand love. Yeah. Pusha in a kinky. A fashion young UK. Hello, mind in the money. Cuckoo, more. Sorry, where are you from? Zimbabwe. So, your father knows how to make his baba. This is your friend. She is here. Are you sure? Yes. And that man, who is he? You just found him here. But daddy, don't you graduate yet, guy? It's not nice. Yeah, man, yo. Yes, super ushile queen. Na ikara wino inga ne yain. Ushile queen sen super. But can you bring Chanel super? You know, security reasons. You are not them put him on super. Yeah. Yay. Now the hairstyle. How this not that you care, eh? Did you even brush it or something? What do you call this, Brunganya? How are you, sir? Bueno. And I was so shocked. I was so impressed with Nasamba Muzungu. You are a Mumbo. Oh my God. Yeah. Bali Parana Ian Smith, and relationship. Nice to see you, love. Good. Who is this woman next to you? Natotela. And Natotela, kaina ngumbwa. Hey, type is ngumbwa cancela kuzanga. Hi. Yeah, man, you're so much in love with purple. Now I'm going to be quite kina jiki. Yeah, stand up, love. Stand up. Stand up, love. Can you see? Can you see this woman, ladies and gentlemen? Never follow up. It was mine. But yeah, last year. Who does that? The same outfit you wore last year was a for the Lelo. Ine, Dorica, now you fooling. I never wore the same outfit twice. I like your afro. Nombe amuteo kusakula.
That's a good edit. That's a very good edit. I wish it could go on and on. It's very, very fun. If anybody wants to watch that, it's on Zam UK's Let Uncle Ronnie's website page. It's still there. They're still there. Those clips. They are very funny, man. I enjoyed that so much. Yeah. Anyway, so tell us about Big Four. So you contact Kondwani, you are at that show, and then tell us.
Yeah, and then we had this show, and then as time went on, we said to ourselves, okay, let's try and incorporate more people. So we brought in the late Stan Sikwese. Unfortunately, may his soul rest in peace. And we brought in Eddie Musonda. And everything started going on well. But, sometimes they say that, when you're many in a group, you have professional differences and professional opinions, as a way. It was a great group. I mean, the company itself is still there, still in existence. The fact that, it's officially,
it's registered, under your directorship,
it's still active. But unfortunately, as time went on, other promoters decided to want to start not really fighting Big Four, but wanting to oppose Big Four with due respect to them by inflating, different figures and so on and so forth, wanting to outdo us. Then we said, no. This is not our league. Let's take 2 steps back. Let those who want to do it, and let the community decide. And that's how we decided to take, step back and fold our arms and watch, which is where we were at. The rest is history. It was nice. It was good while it lasted. I respect all the colleagues I worked with. The late Uncle Ronnie. I respect the late Stan Sikwese. I respect Uncle Eddie Musonda. And I respect Kondwani Gumbo. I respect, Blair and Dorothy Mobiana. I respect them a lot. But this, for me, just shows that my passion and my heart was with music and uniting the community and bringing the community, and not competing with this one or that one, or outdoing that one and the other one. It was about what is it that we can give the community in the United Kingdom that will bring a smile, especially that we work so hard, and we go through a lot here in the UK, but we work so hard to put just to make a good living, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I understand that, and your thinking was one of the reasons we also on and radio was born. Because also in the same mentality where you want to bring everybody together, like just do something that the community will say, oh yeah, today I'm gonna listen to so and so. Today I'm gonna, you know what I mean? That's why the big core idea was pitched to me. I was so straight away. All I asked was, is that Dorothy there? Because what I didn't want is Big Four, and then I have to go and Dorothy and say, oh, this year I won't work with you because I'm working with Big Four. Because that's for me that's the known. I've been saying that for many years. I think anybody who has spoken to knows this. I've always hated that 2 shows, one on a Friday.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna meet, like in that
United,
that
exactly.
video we just seen, you've seen people that I haven't seen in a long time. That's why I do DJ, because I get to see people, meet new people, see old people I haven't seen. That's why I still do it.
Exactly.
Now, even though there's young people that are doing it now, I haven't stopped because I enjoy it. The fact that I get to see people I haven't seen in a long time. I get to meet new people.
Sure.
Just somehow, just the community come together for a few hours, and then you go back to your normal life. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, any chance of Big Four being revived at any point, or?
At the moment, my hands are getting full. Number one, age is catching up with me. Number two, there's this road now that has come on. I've got to start thinking ideas. Number three, soon rather than later, my children are growing. One of them is married, with my adopted daughter. But the others who are not married, might want to start thinking of getting married. So my hands are a little bit full. I think I would avail myself on an advisory role, if that makes sense. Because the last thing, those who know me will be able to attest to the fact that I hate competition. Is healthy, but I do not like competition. Where you want to outdo this one or that one. We need to be united. Twice, and we're supposed to be united here in the United Kingdom, because the people in the United States look up to us, and that's why it was because of that show that they decided to ask me to go and DJ in all these 5 states. So you see, one thing gives birth to the other. One success gives birth to the other success. It was because of the Lifetime Achievement Award, that the road issue came in to say if they can recognize him in the United Kingdom and all these things that he's done in Zambia, which means he is worth being accorded a status of being given a road, or a naming a road after him. And it was because of the fight that I went through, the survival instinct that I went through after being fired from State House. Because Blair, I had 3 choices after being fired from State House. Choice number 1 was to go into depression. Choice number 2 was to be vengeful and hit back. Choice number 3, that's when I was being sworn in. At a very tender age. I was only 18, 19 years old then.
Is it?
Yeah. But I was quite tall. I don't know why I've
And
stopped.
this was real years, okay? Not Bora.
Yeah, was quite poor.
That's what I'm saying. This was real age. This was your real age, not football age.
And that's President Frederick Chiluba. May he so rest in peace.
May so rest
Yeah.
in peace.
And next to him is, the Deputy Secretary to the Cabinet, Leslie Mbula. And the cameraman was from ZNBC.
Who's the one with the beard at the back? Looks like Steve Harvey. Who's that?
The one with the beard is Mr.
Very
Kanguya.
distinctive, the beard. Look at that. That's what you can see. Yeah.
I think he's a Mr. Kanguya. He was working for Cabinet Office and then went to the Bank of Zambia. I can't remember. Somewhere there.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice. State House was sweet. Like I've always said on this interview, it was sweet, it was nice. But within 2 years, I was fired. And when I was fired, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't do nothing. So the survival instinct kicked in. I could not depend on my parents apart financially, but because they wanted to show me the survival instincts. To say, imagine we're not here. How are you going to survive? So we'll give you all the advice, but we'll not give you the money because we don't believe in handing out.
Yeah.
We'll give you a roof above your head and so on and so forth. And but the survival instinct kicked in. And that's how I now started using my initiative of doing Jikata shows to survive, to make a living, doing promotional shows, Kofi Olomide shows and so on and so forth.
Those came after, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Those came after. Yeah. So it is a word of advice I would give to somebody that when you're fired, particularly during this pandemic or you lose a job, it's not the end of the world. Pick up your pieces and, it's not going to be easy. Don't listen to somebody who's going to tell you, so I know how you feel. I hate that feeling.
Oh, yes, me too.
I hate that sentence.
Me too.
When you
Me
lose
too.
somebody tells you,
I think
you know
I
how
said
you
that.
feel.
Yeah, I said this to you, didn't I? Yeah, me.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah.
word I never want to hear. I hate
No.
that word.
Yeah.
I know you don't. No.
Yeah, when you
I
lose
never know what I'm
somebody,
feeling, no.
because like Blair, I mean, you lost your dad. I can't say I know how you feel. My dad is alive. I have lost loved ones, but I can't say I know how you feel, because God forbid, even if I had lost my dad, the pain that you're going through in losing a dad is different from the pain that somebody who has lost his dad is going through. Similarly, the pain of losing a job is different from the pain of losing a job that somebody has lost in.
Yeah.
And then to come and think that President Chiluba, who fired me, may he so rest in peace, came and died on my birthday. And then President Kaunda, who I had interviewed, died on the eve of my birthday.
Yeah.
Then I'm asking myself, God, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a man of God.
No.
But
We'll give Pastor Austin. Pastor Austin, I know you're watching. That's your homework. Please interpret what this is. What this means. Yeah. Speaking of the late great Dr. Kaunda, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who we tried to honor on Soul and Radio. I think you were part and parcel of it. For 21 days, we did on Soul and Radio. The bit that we could do. The fact is, a lot of us on Soul and Radio didn't know him the way you guys knew him. So that's why we called on you guys who've met him, who spoke to him, who've interviewed him, to come and have a grace us and tell us how he was. We knew him. I met him when I was very young. I shook his hand. That's it. Long time ago when I was a student. But you interviewed him. This photo we're looking at, you interviewed him. How was this like? How was he?
He was very upset. He was very upset
Okay.
that the Chiluba regime sold the mines.
Okay.
He was very, very angry. I've never seen Dr. Kaunda that angry. In my interaction with him when I was a young broadcaster at State House, when we visit him to go and cover stories, when he gave me my first camera, which I took to college or university, I've never seen him that angry. He was very, very angry during this interview. Very angry. Very angry. And this interview, to get it, took me 6-7 months in order to get a yes.
Wow.
For this particular interview. And I had to do my research. And he didn't want to be given the questions in advance. He just says, ask me questions, but don't ask me silly questions. That's all he said to me.
Did you say silly, or did you use this famous phrase? Stupid
No, he
questions?
says, don't ask me silly questions.
Silly questions, okay.
Yeah. And I asked the questions as I saw them fit. It was a frank interview, which I did. I was privileged to have interviewed him. I was so sure that after that interview, I was probably going to be arrested. But I mean, for me, I was the interviewer. I was only asking questions. You know, and the questions, he gave the answers from the heart. He spoke from the heart. But at the end of the interview, he melted it with a guitar, and we gave him a bouquet of flowers. I think the producer may have. There you go. Look at that. You know, you can see the smile. You can see the anger. You can see in Kanshi on you know, the wrinkles on his face, that he was not himself.
It looks like even you got upset after the interview, because even your smile is gone. Even
Yeah, I was scared. I was scared. I've never seen him. I had never seen him that angry. I was scared. You know, he was the kind of person who you could not look straight in the eyes, because we respected him as the father of the nation. Or we accorded him that respect as such. So yeah, it was a privilege to be given that opportunity to interview Dr. Kaunda at such a.
And sorry, I just noticed something. So the suits, was it? Did you know your guys were gonna wear the same suits, or it just happened?
It just happened.
Ah, okay. No,
but there's a difference there, Blair, because he's wearing a safari suit.
That's why he was angry. You see, he came in and said, "How much? How can you wear the same suit I'm wearing?" No. I'm gonna blame the setting of mine, because I can't tell you.
So that's about Dr. Kaunda. It was a very interesting interview.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
I can imagine. I recently saw we're trying to do in fact, the independence that we're doing. We tried so much to get him on board, but we could not. We really tried. We really tried, but we couldn't get. We spoke to all the. They were all saying, "Yeah, we'll get back to you." I think in the end, we ran out of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would have loved to have met him. I really would have. One of those other. I've got like 3 or 4 people that are
great man.
Yeah.
Great man.
He touched me when we were young. That's it. When we were lined up. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. And then he also spoke to another one of our late presidents, Dr. Michael Tukasaka. May he so rest in peace as well. We spoke to. You interviewed him as well. Tell me how it was talking, because from what we, in fact, before you tell us, I think that we're gonna. I hope we managed to get that video clip where he gave you advice. You were journalists, and you smart people. He gave you advice. Do we have it?
Yeah,
I have it. The producer will play that. And then we'll come back and then we'll continue after this.
No problem.
If you die today, how would you like the Zambian people to remember
Zambians to remember me that I spoke for the people of Zambia. I have a talanta kwa libolwimbo chila muntu ne talanta yakwe italanta kulandira kwa balanda kulandira kwa watu wako atotulimba kulandira kwa bantu abamwensonga iwe bonse mwe basambirira muri bamwenso sana. You are the worst cowards. All educated people, you can't speak out because you are scared of going to prison. All educated people are the worst cowards.
Well, that's his opinion, which must be respected. President Sata, I would like to thank you so much for coming on to the program, and I wish you all the very best in your endeavors, and I wish your party as well all the best.
Thank you.
We've been talking to President Michael Sata, Patriotic Front President.
Yeah. so that was you. Yes, he gave you good advice. I like what you said in the beginning. That's his opinion. We should respect it. That's what else could you say? Was that before they won elections, or was it?
It was just before he won elections.
Just before, okay, yeah.
Don't forget.
How was that interview? I've watched the full clip, and to be honest, in the beginning it was nice. He was talking about, and then at the end he just threw in that. All of us were like, "What? Where did that come from?" Yeah.
First of all, when I was interviewing President Sata, all the minibuses in Lusaka packed because they were all listening to him. That's number one. Number two, he was the most difficult person to interview because he had his facts on his fingertips. Number three, you needed to have done your research to interview him.
And some of those facts, yeah.
Number four, you needed to give him chance to finish, because if you cut him short, he never liked that.
All right.
So you let him finish, then you come in. And that was a trick. So for me to interview a person like him, it was a great honor. Great honor.
I can imagine.
I mean, he dissed me. He at one point he even told me, "Look, don't be childish." I mean, I'm interviewing him, and then he's telling me, "Don't be childish." Come on, man, this is my show.
Oh, wow.
If people listen to the interviews that I've done with President Sata, you know, they will attest to that he once told me, "Don't be childish," on radio. And that was on national radio, along from Livingstone all the way up to the Copperbelt. Everybody was listening.
What were you being childish about, if you remember?
Because I asked him about that you've tried so many times. Why can't you give up? You know,
right.
You've tried to be president. To give up.
Yeah. Don't
be childish. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what could I have said? First of all, he was a father. Second of all, he was a relative, distant relative. Third of all, I looked up to him as, you know, a person who I respect. So,
whatever he said, yeah, I know.
Interview great people like President Kaunda, President Sata, to me, was a great honor. I hold all these. I think President Sata's interview, among all the interviews I've done, stands out the most as the best interviews I've ever conducted in my life. And it has gone viral. A lot of people have made money out of that interview. It's not for me to chase after them. All I'm asking them is, look, to give credit by saying this interview was done by so and so. I don't care how much money they make from YouTube, from my works. At the end of the day, I'm a selfless person. But for heaven's sake, give credit to say this interview was done by so and so, because those are the ropes of broadcasting. You've got to give credit. If something is not your works, give credit that this was done by so and so. So that's what I can say about, you know, President.
That was good.
And then when he passed on,
yeah,
you'll be glad to know that the BBC, because I think they had come across that interview at Danny.
That's why it's not nice to interview broadcasters. They interview themselves. Go on.
Well,
I'm learning and being taught at the same. I'm being taught and everything in one. Yes, go on. Yes.
They came across. I was stringing for the BBC as their correspondent, and they came across that interview. You know, I kept on telling them, I did an interview with President. When he passed on, the first person they thought of interviewing was me, and it was humbling. They cannot interview you. The mighty BBC cannot give you 5 minutes of their time. They'll give you 1 minute or less. But when President Sata died, I was privileged to have been given 5 minutes just talking about him. It was great. It was great. So I consider myself blessed. These are blessings which I do not take for granted, you know, from God. I think the producer may have that interview. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, we managed to secure that clip. We're gonna play it now, and then we'll talk right after this. It's a very, yep. This is the clip that was our very own legend here, Chella Katwishi, was interviewed on the BBC when the late Michael Sata had passed on. We'll talk after this.
I therefore declare Michael Chirufya Sata to be duly elected as the President of the Republic of Zambia.
He won the seat in September 2011. It was his fourth attempt. He replaced Rupia Banda and his party, which had held power for 20 years. When he first came to office, it appeared that he would tackle corruption and create jobs and prosperity. However, in the intervening years, his term in office was marred by a crackdown on political opposition and a decline in the economy. Mr. Sata is the second Zambian president to have died in office.
Chella Katwishi is a Zambian journalist and blogger and joins me now from the BBC newsroom. So thank you very much for being with us. You knew President Sata well. What was your relationship like? And just tell us about your time with him.
My relationship with President Sata was a relationship where it was cordial. He was a man who was very frank. At face value, he's a kind of person where it's either you like him or you hate him. But most importantly, he was a very frank person. And he was a person who was very caring. And he also loved the poorest of the poor. And it is for this reason that he never gave up the fight against corruption, the fight of wanting to be in office for 10 years in the opposition.
Did you like him?
Yes, I did.
How do you think Zambia is going to now deal with the news of his passing?
Pretty much mixed feelings. Obviously, as Zambia being a Christian nation, the Zambians are saddened, a little bit shocked in the sense that they would have expected to be told of what is happening, so that, as you know, Zambia is a Christian nation, so that the whole nation could gather together and start praying for him to recover, as it were.
So are you saying the fact that that was missing means that perhaps there wasn't an opportunity for people to gather together in a way that might mark his passing in a way that was befitting for the president?
Exactly so. Because, yes, they did meet once upon a time, but it was only for a short time of period. I mean, the Bible is very clear. It says, where one or two more are gathered, there his presence is. And so you find that church leaders were praying, but not as an entire nation in its entirety. If the whole nation was praying together, if they were told exactly what is happening with the president, I think that today the president would be alive.
As is always the case with a time like this, people will begin to reflect on his presidency, his time in office. For you, how would you sum it up?
His time in office, obviously, first of all, it came a little bit later than expected, because as age was catching up, the steam was also, slowing down the pace. I would have loved that he would have attained the position of presidency maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But don't forget, he had lieutenants around him who were young and youthful, who were advising him, who drove the country to where it was. And most importantly, he had his best friend as his right-hand person, Guy Scott, who is currently taken over the realms to lead it to the transitional period as we mourn the passing of the president. So, in summing it up, I think he's the kind of person who, he did what he did best. He died on duty, he soldiered on, and he died as a soldier. And that's the way we shall remember him.
Chella Katwishi, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well done. Well done. Big pimping. Abane, Tunes. Yeah, BBC Tunes zone. One any zone. Yeah.
A BBC World Service.
Yeah. No, that's nice. That's
Well,
very nice. And then so there's two clips there. There's a bit that they showed, and then there's your bit infused in one. So they showed the bit about when they won elections and whatever.
Yeah.
And you came. That's
Exactly.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact they thought of you when that happened, because when that happened, there are so many people that could call.
Exactly.
Yeah. They could
But for
call
them to
the
think of me
press
again,
aid, they could call anybody. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it was an honor as well. You know what I mean? It's an honor. It was when Mayor Sampa was listing all these things we've spoken about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it kicked in to say, wow, so I've done all those things. My goodness. You know? So it was an honor. It was an honor. And the other thing that led the BBC to also get me is that when I came to do my master's degree in international journalism at Cardiff University, when I went back, I worked for the Media Institute of Southern Africa called MISA.
Okay.
And under the tutelage of MISA, I traveled countrywide from Mongu to Chipata, from Kasama or Mansa to Livingstone, all four corners of Zambia, to teach and train broadcasters. Mind you, in 2006, that's when a lot of privately owned broadcasting stations were coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was only one private radio station, which was two actually, Radio Christian Voice and Radio Phoenix, two.
Yeah.
And then at that time in 2006, a lot of broadcasting stations started mushrooming and coming up. So they did not know which direction to take. The owners of the broadcasting stations did not know what to do. So I was moving from country to country and from all four corners of Zambia under the tutelage of the Media Institute of Southern Africa to teach and train broadcasters.
Yeah.
So a lot of these broadcasting stations we have in Zambia passed through my hands in terms of teaching them.
And this is something that you are even forgotten until the mayor.
I forgot about all that.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about all that.
That's good. It shows what a big heart you have, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some people don't such small. It's not a small thing, but for you it's small in the sense that you've done it. It's gone. It's there. You know.
Yeah.
That's good. Some people hold on to that. No, me. You know all those generic. It's me. Without me. Come on, dude. They would have found another channel that is relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, I to be honest, I forgot about all that.
Yeah,
For me, I'm a moving train. I'm not looking back.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's because you got a big heart. Yeah.
Going ahead.
Yeah, it's because you got a big heart.
Going ahead, I'm asking myself, okay, after this job I have in government, where am I going now? I'm a moving train. That's for me. You know.
So now, having said that, now that we're just coming out of this pandemic, we're not really out of it, but you know what I mean. We are semi out. What do you think as the entertainment industry, broadcasting industry? what do you think we should try and do to change to get back to some sort of normalcy or something?
Okay. The first thing I would like to do is to say, guys, go and get your jobs. I've got my 2 jobs. It's a passport for me to move from point A to B. Whether we like it or not, it's a passport. Go and get the jobs. Forget the nonsense that people are saying about it. There's no way the United Kingdom or people, health experts, can tell us things that will take us 6 feet under. So it's a myth. Forget the myths that are being talked about. Go and get your jobs, because we've lost a number of people, loved ones. How many people have we lost in the United Kingdom? A lot of people have died. How many people have we lost back home? Within 72 hours, Blair, I lost 6 people back home. 6 friends and loved ones.
Yeah.
I've lost the husband to my young sister. So this thing is real.
It's very real.
The first thing we need to do is we need to protect and secure ourselves. Then the rest will fall in place. Music is food for the soul. We can't do without it. Hugs, hugging each other. We need to be hugging each other. We cannot hug each other if John or Peter is not vaccinated. I'm gonna keep my distance and say, hold on a minute, because I've got a 9-year-old. I don't want to bring COVID to my 9-year-old son.
Yeah, funny story. That story. I went to Tash House a week ago. So my wife is Kenyan, everybody knows. So we went there to eat some namatom. When we got outside, I met few people I haven't seen in a long time. So when you go to say hi, they say, "Are you double jabbed?" That's the first thing they say to you. Are you double jabbed before you even? It sounds funny, but
passport, yeah.
It's that's what people say to you now. Are you double jabbed?
It's
no point, like you stigmaing it. No, are you double jabbed? If you're not double jabbed, I cannot stay with you. That's it. As simple as that.
And the unfortunate part about our country, Zambia, is that there is this stigma. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about COVID-19. It has come. Let's deal with it. And the only way we're going to deal with it is by protecting each other. The only way we're going to protect each other is by not pointing fingers. The only way we're going to protect each other is by getting the jab, by masking up. Because when you get the jabs, it's not a guarantee that you not have it. You will have it, but it will not take you 6 feet under. 96% or 99.9%, it will not take you 6 feet under. I know of a Zambian friend, family friend,
what you just said about the vaccine, whether you take, I would like you to say that by yourself, and I'd like the producer to give you on screen so you can say that again. That's very important.
Okay.
People need to hear that.
Okay. It is not a passport that if you've got the double jabs, 2 vaccines, the first vaccine and the second vaccine, it is not a passport that you will not get COVID. You will get it, but it will not take you 6 feet under. You will get sick, yes. You get all the symptoms, yes. But you will chances of you passing on are very slim, unless you've probably got underlying conditions. I'm not an expert, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I am a broadcaster and I've done my research, I've read, and on top of that, I've also got a young sister of mine who is a GP in Australia. So I'm learning all these things. This is something that has come to visit us. Guys, let us protect ourselves. If we love our lives, let's protect ourselves. And the only way we're going to protect ourselves is get the jab. And that's why the United Kingdom government has said, it is your prerogative, your choice. If you feel like masking up, I think let me mask up. It's up to you. Or let me sanitize. It's entirely up to you. If you feel you're strong-willed, you've got a strong body, it's entirely up to you. Not to mask up or not to sanitize. But the most important thing is for us not to be careless. We need the music. The music has got to come back. We've teamed up the gurus, Morgan and Kumbula, Oscar Mianda, John Chinode, Blair, and said, guys, when are we going to have a summer bash? How can we have a summer bash if you haven't double tap Kondwani Gumbo? We've teamed up like that, but how do we have a summer bash if you haven't, double jabbed? A lot of our colleagues have lost parents. Our parents are dying. Just now we've got, two of our colleagues who are in Zambia who've lost their mother. A lot of our colleagues are dying. This is real. It has come, so it cannot defeat us, but it has got to start with the willpower. I work in an environment where bamiletera COVID. Bamiletera pambale so COVID pa. You've got to have a choice. Chances are coming where for you to leave the country, you'll be told, oh, can we see proof or evidence that you've had the 2 jabs? I'm not a politician. I'm a broadcaster. I've done my research, and I know that is coming. That's my advice. So today, Fwaban, let's get the jabs and protect ourselves.
I was going to say, Zambians in the UK are coming together on the 7th. They've got a show, which is meant to help raise funds for our frontliners and to get a few PPEs here, a few masks and stuff.
Yeah, Cynthia Muleantanda Oba Williams has, has managed to group a couple of people to say, listen, our colleagues in Zambia are dying.
Yeah.
Especially the people in the front line.
Yeah.
Without politicizing this issue, they are getting meager salaries. Spending a lot of time there. There's another Zambian who, in Zambia, who is running an organization, which is issuing out menstrual pads for our frontliners.
Oh yes.
Exactly. So we need to support these people that are doing this cause.
Yeah. So just to mention, next Saturday there's a show which Sona and are proud to broadcast, obviously, and it's going to be a fundraiser for the frontliners in Zambia. So please, the details are on our website, on our Facebook pages, or social handles. Or you can go to Zambia Together. The details are there as well. So donate. You don't have to wait until the 7th to donate. I know in the UK a lot of people get paid today, Friday. Yeah. So whatever you have, please contribute. You don't have to wait until the 7th. It's for a good cause. All the details are there on the Zambia Together website, their socials, and so online pages. So join us next Saturday when we actually engage with most Zambians about it. We've got very good special guests and stuff. So Zambians are coming together to help.
Yeah.
Zambians are coming together to help. But us, because we're in the entertainment side, that's the best we can do. But speaking of after we get double jab, what do you think we should do after? Because we need to do something. Like we said, the last thing that we said, we need to do something recently. After, unfortunately, we had a lot of funerals, a lot of that.
You see, times like this, I'm sorry to say, I miss Uncle Ronnie a lot because he had a website, or there is the fly.
The fly.
Zambians Together in partnership with the UK Zambian community and Zambian artists. Let's do that. Thumbs up to Dr. Isaac, Sakala, Mwila Chavala, and a lot of other faces that we may recognize here, that are helping to protect our frontline workers in Zambia. Let's support them. They need our help. So let's do that. And most importantly, also, I'd also like to,
You say you miss Uncle Ronnie, yeah.
I miss Uncle Ronnie because he, in his own way, he brought us together through his website.
Yeah.
He kept us informed. We knew what was happening within the community. Yeah. And he drove a passion. And thank you, Auntie Sarah Tembo, for allowing God to give you such a wonderful husband in the name of Ronnie Tembo. You know, may his soul rest in peace, Uncle Ronnie. He was a great man, a great man. He spoke his mind, you know, and he kept us informed of what was happening in the United Kingdom. But nowadays, we don't know what is happening. You know, we just lift up the phone. Oh, no, no, I'm not sure. Oh, you know, do you know what's going on? Oh, kuli chirido. Oh, kuli banan. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Give me 2 minutes. Let me make 1 or 2 phone calls. We don't know. And
you see on Sona, that's what we would like, but I don't think people really, they don't know what the platform is. The reason why our Sona is called the CIC, Community Interest Company, is supposed to serve the community, but I don't think the Zambians quite fully understand why we're there. We're there to do exactly that. Exactly that. Whatever information you want given, broadcast out, that's what we're there for. So please, Zambian, Sona Radio is there for every Zambian, every Zambian. Whatever news you need to get, it will be right on there. Just give it to us, we'll put it on there so if the masses can have it. Sorry, go on.
Well, that said, you're doing a commendable job, and you know, would like to give So Online Radio a pat on the back, you know, for such a venture. To the extent that when they asked me about this road, I said, why not? It's our community radio, so why not? You know, I'm one of the theirs, I'm one of the community in the UK, so why not? My achievement is, you know, everyone's achievement. You know, I've mastered weddings here in the UK. I've played music from DJed at functions here in the United Kingdom. I'm now leaving it, you know, to the enometrics, the Kaozis and so on, you know. So it's humbling. Thank you very much, So Online, for, you know, for according us that opportunity to share the successes of what has led to this road, why it has come. I'm not the appointing authorities. I'm not the deciding factor. But I guess, in my opinion, the mayor had to take me back to say, look, Chella, these are some of the things you've done for the nation in Zambia and outside Zambia. And that's why we saw it fit to honor you with such a road while you're still alive. And on top of that, you're the first broadcaster, surviving broadcaster before those that passed on, you know, to be accorded a road. It's humbling. I'm humbled. I thank my Lord.
Amen. Before we take a comedic break, because we've got, remember we played Dorica, we've got another clip of Bob Nkosha himself. So we're going to play that. Before we do that, I want to ask you, what vision do you have for the Zambian entertainment? Like as we open in the UK, what's the next event would you like to see? Like the next step? We can't, because at the moment we're doing kitchen parties and parties. What would you like us to have that will bring the community together?
I would like us to have summer bashes. I would like us to have braais. But you see, in so doing, we need to be united. Not that when Blair has come up with Chella, Gumbo and Sniper and Chinode, they are holding a show within Kumbula. And then, you know, another camp also puts up another show there. Guys, we are in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, you know, Zambia is part of the Commonwealth of the United Kingdom. A lot of people look up to us. We are an example. We're supposed to lead by example in most of the things that we do. And so it's very important that we have these shows together. If you have ideas, that's what I would like to see. That's the United Kingdom I would like to see, where we unite as such. And because of the situation that Zambia is in the red zone at the moment, we can do it. We don't have to get Zambian artists from our country, Zambia. We can do it on our own. We've got so much talent here. So much talent. We've got musicians. That's how we discovered Lily Mtamzi. You remember?
Yeah,
She sang the national anthem. You remember Blair? She sang the national anthem at the first Big Four function. And we paid her handsomely as Big Four. You know, I can't talk figures because we need to respect the confidentiality that Big Four had between us and Lily Mtambo, who is now, Lily Mtambo is now a vlogger, you know, a YouTuber, you know, and she's also standing, you know, let's support her. So I would like to see that unity, that we are united as Zambians. We've got children that are coming below us. So these children are looking at the way we are interacting. Music is needed. We need it. It's food for the soul. Mental health in the United Kingdom is real.
It's true. So let's say to a Sanga date.
Yeah.
We're in July now. Let's say we say, for argument's sake, 4th September.
Yeah.
Let's say let's do a barbecue. Is that something feasible or?
Yeah, sure.
Because me,
it is feasible.
You know me, yeah, you know me. Me, I like to Hamburg forward because a lot of what we get is Balanda and then people sit on it. You know, so obviously we have to talk days and rules available. But if it's something doable, we're saying we need to do a barbecue. Some idea here, we're talking. So we need to, you know what I mean? We need to do something. Yeah, I know it's raining now, but we are in summer still, so we can find a place which had, like the place I was on last Sunday. It was raining still, but we were there, and they had an indoor place and an outdoor place. So if it starts raining, you go indoors. If it stops, you go out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's do it. Blair's got musical equipment. Enometrics has got musical equipment. Kaozi has got equipment. Chimpundu has got equipment. I have equipment. Come on. Of all these people, surely one of them can come up and say, guys, let's use mine.
Yeah.
There's no problem.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
We'll talk. Let's have a comedical break.
All these big guns. We need to get all these big guns, the Chimpundus, you know, Blairs, Morgan Nkumbula, Enometrics, Kauzi, you know, Chella Katwishi, and any other DJ you may think of who is out there. Eddie Musonda, you know, all these people, bring them together and let's do it. Let's do it for the community. It's not just fiancé Nimpia.
Exactly.
Yes, we can go crazy. We've been in lockdown for 2 years. You know that.
Yeah.
We can go crazy. Mental health is real.
And during that 2 years, we've got a lot of DJs. We've got people,
you know,
they're eager to do something for the community. Yeah.
Exactly. Sniper is there. You know, there's so many people. You know.
Let's laugh a little bit, and then we'll be back after this commercial laugh.
Balichan Mukwai, how you doing? Can I introduce myself properly? My name's Bob Chombanko Shashimkokotan Sono. I'm a family. Chimba Milongo and don't follow Kumero at yahoo.com. But you can simply call me Bob. Benamaya Mamuni. Benamaya Mamuni. Ladies, God loves you. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. No, Banishi. Let's have to pay us. We know we ain't copy. Why are they? And I was drawing a shindi mumulu. And I went back like a surprise. What nani manulo punjet here? Well, it's fantastic to be here in the UK. And I must say, everybody saying hi from Zambia. Say hi back. Hi. We traveled well. We got into the UK. Twafika airport. Kusanga pahiwa mwenye weka. Where are you coming from? Ah, you could not daddy. Where are you? We came in. Basa tutwala tukushai nukulia. Kuroba kustep ya kufwana filefi poku wangu. Kupresheni. Yeah. Bachelo kusatwala kupreyo nakati mlefu kama Long John. Ifoku manama Long John ya ukashi mabamba long sleeves. Tuafwala tuwabanga mistake. We went to the hotel and took the Long John laundry. Na safuala mailo. Kaji tabawasha. Ewa yamba kuseseni shindenda. Kuisa sanga yonse Long John na ifikomu. Normally I don't shani. Anyway, thank you very much, Chella, for inviting us here. Thank you very much, the Big Four. And thank you very much to you Zambians for coming out in numbers. I think you deserve a huge round of applause. Share with a lovely hands together. You know, Awena Zambia won't say, na wala ishe midai, yamitende. Elo kavili, kuli bajaba tumenda lama kuzambia, munkulile kwaka, there's nothing happening. If you have received any pictures of progress on your plot, I went to check every place where I am a plot, nothing is happening. You know, here, one thing I've missed is that Zambia, he launched as an artist, you know. You know, my brother used to smoke. The guy used to smoke. What need prescription? One day, Yamukola, go without Pashavata, that shiny mulamu. Anyway, even get even. I want to do this. I want to check the level of people that are here in the UK. Because I made a lot of phone calls. So many people. I called Brenda. I said, Brenda, I'm coming to the UK in the next 2-3 months. Oh, yeah, but Mukes, just come. You know, just give me a call. I'm just in London. Just give me a call. Mukes Sanga. Yeah? Now, figure in Okutuma. An accent, yachin. Hi. It's a Bob. Oh my God, you're in? Right. How am I? Where are you? I said, oh, I'm in East London. Oh my God, I'm so far away. I'm up North London. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to see you. But tell you what, I'll come and see your show, all right? I'll come and, when is your show? And it's Saturday. Oh my God, I'm going to Scotland. Kadia? Na kengina mo Kadia? Kadia kamungulu Kadia? Ninka mwana Kadia kamungulu kamutumbuka? Awa tumbuka ine nyama boko? Yeah, mwana boya bwanji mweo. Patumu tumbuka ni kwa taka mungulu wakavi. Ale ingira fiapa gondwe ali kala 15 years kunomba mutumbu komo bwaba. Ale ingira fiama na buffet no kusapula lero tusatira lero. Ina zona za kuja pa buffet. Ani duvet iwe ani buffet ni duvet. Kila la furunga na buffet na buffet. Dimana manda buffet na buffet. Anyway, when I was growing up back in the Commonwealth, if I was married to Fiala, we were born in dozens, units, Panganda 12, 15. One day I thought of Wisandua. Bamayat imwenikana basebenya nataka kulevi aloshani walikuwa uniform imwe umunengo bali mulbala wishimule museka walikuwa uniform. I was only 8 years. For 8 years my father fought Nale from my neighbor. For 15 in the house. Why? Because our fathers used to drink Bauk Chibuku. That's why we were born in Bauk. No chama fathers wash no shikawa normal whiskey. No tuba na to get in thoughts. To be come on. Put that to na don't talk wire.
And yes, that was hilarious. That was so funny. I remember that show. I remember at one point, if you watch the whole show, at one point telling me he was asking me to do something, but I was laughing so much. He wanted me to play a song. Or something. I don't remember what it was, but I was enjoying myself so much. Dj Blair. I was enjoying so much. I forgot
that was a great show, to be honest. Great show it was.
Oh, that was a good show, man. That was really, really good.
Great show.
Well done to you and the Big Four.
Thank you so much.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I'm just gonna, before we wrap up, just gonna go back to the road.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to tell us what we ask as not so young broadcasters, but you know what I mean. Like some people who started a bit late. What do we need to do for us to get to the level you are at? I know you are saying you're also trying to get to a different level.
Yeah.
But for a road now named after you, that means what do we need to do? What advice would you give us and a lot of us listeners who are in the same following you behind? What advice would you give us to get to a level where even the mention of a road, will be in somebody's lips?
That's a very interesting question, Blair, and very difficult question as well. Because first of all, I would like to thank the local authorities, the government of the Republic of Zambia, and I would like to thank the seniors in the broadcasting industry, my peers as well in the broadcasting industry that I work with, from ZBS to ZNBC, DJs who I have rubbed shoulders with, musicians, local and international. I think that my family as well, God, my wife, I think that without them, I would not be where I am. My first piece of advice that I would like to give is when you are in the limelight, a lot of things are going to be said about you. You cannot afford to respond to each and every negativity that is going to be bestowed upon you. So my first advice is, number one, whether it is true or not, that which is being said about you, the mere fact that you're in the limelight, people will talk about you. So ask yourself, is it constructive criticism or destructive criticism? Learn to grow a thick skin. Growing a thick skin, there is a saying in Bemba which says, Tondolo musum. Tondolo musma means silence is golden. There was one time, I won't mention names, somebody started attacking me. And I remember Kondwani Gumbo asking me to say, Chella, best thing you can do is keep quiet, my brother, don't respond. And I never responded. It was hard. My other brother and colleague and friend, Nicholas Nkana, who lives here in London, also told me the same thing, not to respond, and I never responded. It was hard because I knew that whatever they were saying was not true. So that said, you don't owe everyone an explanation. Number two, you have to be humble. Learn to hear, be a learner. Where you're not sure, ask questions. Number three, tell yourself to say, if this person can do it, then I can do it, because the same parts of the body that he has, yeah, from head to toe,
Yeah.
are the same parts of the body that I have.
Yeah.
So, if Frank Mutubila can do it, what should I do? I look at the bad side of Frank Mutubila, Ambassador Mutubila, and the good side. Then I take the good side. And then I take the bad side of Frank Mutubila and turn it into the good side. And that makes me. I'll repeat. I will talk about Ambassador Mutubila because he's my mentor. He's a person to look up to.
Yeah.
I'll take the bad side of Ambassador Mutubila, his failures,
Yeah.
and I'll take his successes of Ambassador Mutubila.
Yeah.
I'll take the successes and learn from them and
Yeah.
say, if you can do it, then I can do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the bad side of Ambassador Mutubila or his failures and then turn them into positives
For yourself, yeah.
for myself
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
to make me into what I am.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying, every situation is a learning stone.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We are what we are because people can either make us or break us. No, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. The mere fact that I'm Chella, there will be people that will just look at me and say, I hate this guy. I don't like him. Blair. I don't like this guy at all.
They want a cup of tea, I can do maybe.
Never crossed paths.
Yeah.
You don't know each other.
Yeah.
But the guy just dislikes you.
Yeah. I've met people.
There will be people that will just look at you and say, a guy,
Yeah, I know. I know that.
There will be people who will look at you and say, this guy is so full of himself.
And you know, funny enough, those people, when they meet you, and then they were like, I always thought you were.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My advice is, whatever people say about you as a broadcaster, look at it as butter on or oil on your body. Take it with a pinch of salt. Take the good criticism, the constructive criticism, and turn it into positives. And for me, that's what has made me be a learner. I've always listened to foreign broadcasting stations. I've always watched Oprah Winfrey. I love the way she interviews people because I want to learn.
Yeah.
I love the way she goes for it and just, without taking sides. You just go for it and grab it with two hands. And that's why she's Oprah today. People have talked about Oprah's past. People have talked about Oprah's, state situation right now. People have talked about Oprah's failures and successes, but she is the Oprah Winfrey. And we look up to her. You cannot please everyone. It's not possible. Even among us, you, Blair, you've got brothers and sisters. Even I've got brothers and sisters. I can please my brothers and sisters. So if I cannot please my brothers and sisters, what about people who are not my brothers and sisters? Just like children, you can't please all the time. Each one is different. So online radio, tell yourself, okay, if Kiss FM is there, we are going to get there. If Heart FM is there, Magic FM is there, we're going to get there. And everybody in Zambia will be saying, wow, Batampirikwati Kashimi. I'll tell you something. Another thing that has made, which the mayor reminded me, which made them also give me name the road after me. The mayor said, and I quote, "You were appointed by Stephen Nyirenda, the managing director of Movie Television, which was the first privately owned television station, as director of program. Upon being appointed by him, a lot of people started laughing at Movie Television at Kantembak. All the way to Kantemba. But guess what? I had to put on my thinking cap and say, what do I do to transform this station? I'm not alone. What do I do? I went and sat down with the managing director then, Stephen Nyirenda. I said, sir, if you want me to transform this station, give me your blessings and the leeway and don't interfere. And he agreed. He says, Mr. Katwishi, you have my blessings. I said, thank you very much, sir. The first person I went and got was the late Augustine Lungu. When I brought Augustine Lungu at Movie Television, it's not a comedy number. Before we knew it, Movie Television was transformed from being called a Kantemba to being a giant of a television station. By the time I was leaving Movie Television, I was holding in-house training sessions for the newsroom and for the presenters, imparting the knowledge I'd gained from Cardiff, from all these other universities I've been at, to make it what it was. It was the first television station saying, okay, for the viewers that have sensitive viewership, please switch off. We started showing the true realities of what was happening in the communities. And it was the talk of town. And Movie Television won awards and awards and awards. By the time I was leaving, everybody did not want me to leave. Even as late as last year, the former managing director of Movie Television picked up the phone and said, Mr. Katwishi, please, I want you to come back and run this station. I'm retiring, I'm going into politics. Can you come and run this station? Now, if a person picks up the phone and calls you to say something like that, with due respect to Mr. Nyirenda, shows what they have seen and what you have done while you were still there. That is my advice to the upcoming broadcasters. Humble yourself. Broadcasting is not about insulting people on the radio. We all know, we all saw what happened and what started happening in Zambia, where broadcasters were insulting people and so on and so forth. That's not broadcasting. broadcasting has lost its value. We need to take it up. We have to raise the bar. People have got to respect the broadcasting. The young generation have got to listen to the English speaking.
People who've been through,
That when I make a mistake with the English I'm using on the radio, it means somebody's child is going to imitate what I'm saying on the radio. We are broadcasters can make or break a nation. Wars in different countries started from broadcasting stations. I love my Zambia. I don't know about you. So we can make or break a country, but let's not abuse the opportunity we've been given to work behind a microphone or behind a camera. Let's be productive and contribute to the generations to come so that tomorrow they will be Blair Kami Road. Tomorrow there will be Oscar Road.
No, that one not very nice. But Blair Kami Road sounds very nice.
And then you say, yes, I thought it was coming when I die, but there it is.
Blair Kami Road sounds nice. Oscar Mianda, not so much.
You forget he's a producer, he can shut us off.
It's not that career. It's not that career. Yeah, so, but Blair Kami sounds like, this is a good road. Yeah. This road you can put humps, it's a good road. Oscar Mianda sounds like that very fast road. You know that road, people just drive fast. Yeah, Oscar Mianda. You know that road.
Or Oscar Mianda Avenue. Or Oscar Mianda.
I think it used to be a duo carriage. It sounds like a very fast road.
Or Oscar Mianda.
Like a motorway.
So that's my advice to the broadcasters. And the one thing that we broadcasters need to know, it's either you have it or you don't.
You can't fake it to make
Same thing with DJ. It's either you have it or you don't.
It's very clear.
That's it. No matter how many schools you be at, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Give a broadcaster a microphone. It will just take him 2 steps. Take a deep breath, in, out, in, out. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chella Katwishi. I would like to welcome you to this function, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Okay, first, this is what we're going to do. You've taken command. It's either you have it or you don't. It's a blessing from God. It's a blessing.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know, like I always say, me and you can talk for hours and hours.
That's it.
It's been 3 hours. I kid you not. We've been talking for 3 hours.
That's it. I would like to request our producer, Oscar Mianda, please, I'm begging of you, that when our presenter, I'm not taking over the show, I'm just appealing.
No, of course, we are learning from you.
That when our presenter wraps up, that our producer should play a song by what's his name? This Exile or Israel. Analu. Because my Zambia, our Zambia. Why am I saying this? We've got a few days to go before elections. Let's continue praying for our nation. Let's pray for our nation that everything goes well. Every election in any country is very sensitive. So let's pray for our nation that all goes well. That whosoever it is that God has decided that will be president, that people should be able to respect the will of the people. That's my piece of advice, and that's my request to the producer.
Okay. No, we're going to play that. But before we play that, what I wanted to do is, you had the big show event, and then the organized family also performed at that event.
Yes.
It will be unjust for us to play one clip and not the other one. So we're gonna play a short clip from the Oga family, and then we'll come back and just say our goodbye. Then we'll end with My Zambia, which the producer is preparing as they call it in production. I don't know anything about production, so I find the way it's prepared.
Oga family are people that, Kondwani Gumbo suggested. I wasn't sure about them, but he proved me wrong.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah, me too. When he told me, I said,
when they performed, I said, wow, these kids.
Yeah, they're very good.
I said,
very good.
wow.
Like the clip that we've selected,
I said, wow.
Is a very good. You're gonna see why it's a wow. Yeah. And they were introduced by none other than obviously the guy with the rod. So we're gonna. So my producer, play that one for us while you prepare for the other song, and then we'll continue. Just to say bye after, and then we'll play My Zambia.
Please put your hands together for Kent and Rex, two brothers, organized family. Chalice,
Thank you.
Yes, yes, that's the one. That's the one. I had to play that one. I had to play that one.
Wow.
Before, yeah, our last song is ready. So we're just gonna get some final words from our extinguished guest, whose name is on a road. I think I need to call you something. Chella Road. I can't call you award winning anymore. I need to call you something else. I'll find a nice catchy word to call you. You know, I've always called you award winning. I think that one is old now. I'll find something. Wait, I'm creative like this. I'll find a word. So I'm gonna get a few last words from award winning our road user, not road owner.
Well, first
Yeah,
of all,
so we're just gonna get the last few words and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna play My Zambia, which is by Exile and his beautiful wife Nalu. It's a song that means a lot. I think the words to that mean so much. So we're gonna just CJ has got award winning has got a serious face. So
I'm thinking of what to say.
let's wait for these last few words. They'll be deep. I know CJ. They'll be very deep.
I'm thinking of what to say. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to So Online Radio, our community radio station, for giving me this opportunity. This is the first interview I'm giving after being accorded the opportunity to have a road named after my name while I'm alive. It's an honor. It's very humbling experience. And I never expected it at all, if I must say. I will pass on someday. My children will pass on someday. My grandchildren will pass on someday. My great-grandchildren will pass on someday. But that road will still be there. The name will still be there. A couple of things we've spoken about some of the things I have done in my life that I've achieved. Obviously, in achieving, I've also had failures in my life because one cannot have successes without failures. But my failures are things that I've learned from, and I've turned my failures into my achievements. And that's why I'm still going and not giving up in life. I would also like to thank, most importantly, my fans, who have made me into what I am today, especially those who left their homes to come and listen to music. The other important thing which the mayor mentioned that led him to think of such among the successes was that I'm the only Zambian broadcaster to date that has filled up Mulungushi International Conference Center upstairs and downstairs single-handedly as a DJ with people coming in at the time that I'd lost my job at State House. So I'm grateful and very humbled, for that I provided entertainment when it was needed by people. As the saying goes, music is food for the soul. I've interviewed a couple of people. I've interacted with great people like Chala Mwana, Kofi Olomide, Brenda Fassi, and just to mention, but a few. Interviewed a couple of presidents, like President Kaunda, our first founding father of the nation, President Sata as well, great man, King Cobra, we used to call him, may his soul rest in peace, and may the soul of our founding father as well rest in eternal peace. And I've done quite a lot. Some of the things I may not remember. I was appointed at a very tender age. So if you're 18 and you're 17 and you're 16 and you're thinking the president cannot appoint you, think twice. If the president of the Republic of Zambia can appoint me, means they can appoint you as well. If he can fire me and I still take that dismissal into a positive, it means that you who has been fired, it's not the end of the world. Look at where I am today. Here I am. I am still working with my head high. I've learned the mistakes that I made while at State House, turned them into positives. And here I was, very young, at a very tender age. If I could get that job and move the nation, make the nation happy, bond people, have all those fans, saying, Chella, I love your music. You impacted our homes. You filled our homes with good music. I want to thank you very much, and I appreciate everything. I want to also thank the Republic of Zambia, the government of the Republic of Zambia. I want to thank the local authorities in Zambia for having decided to do that. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank God. Most importantly, I want to thank my wife and my family, my children, and everyone else who has contributed to my life. I want to thank Pastor Austin Makota for praying for the road. I really want to thank you so much, man of God, for when it came out. I picked up the phone, called you, we prayed. You were the first to know in the United Kingdom, and I want to thank you for giving me the time. I thank you, and I thank you. It's a very humbling experience to me, and I will never forget. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, CJ. It's always great having you. I wouldn't have had anybody else. I needed somebody to ease me back, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to have you, because I knew you won't make it hard for me. You will make it very easy for me. It's been easy. It's been like two guys chatting over a pint in a pub. So I always enjoy our chat. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for making time. I know you're a busy man. So thank you so much for making time, and thank you for coming through. And congratulations again. Wow, you've got a road in your name. Forget the awards now. We can pack the awards. I know you keep them close by, but you see how much your son was like, oh, the boy was gobsmacked. He couldn't believe it. He's like, why do I look at these awards, man? I didn't break one of these. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody who's watched, who's tuned in. It's been a good 3 hours. I've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. And then Pastor Austin, those dreams, they need narration, please. Yes. Yeah. Somebody has died on his birthday and the day before. So we need to know what that means. We know the road means road to success has just begun. So we know we'll be rich soon. So that one we know. Thank you, Pastor Austin. So we need another interpretation. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, CJ. I've said already, but I'd like to say it again. It's been really, 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 really good. And congratulations. As Zoran is saying there, thank you as well. It's been really great, and congratulations. Have yourself a good night. We're gonna play My Zambia as requested by our guests, obviously. I would have played the same song, but so we're gonna play that song, and then after that, I'm gonna play a bit of music for all you guys, so that you just you go to bed with quivering legs. So I'm gonna make you guys dance a little bit, and then so thank you. We've got a new website, So Online Radio. Please check it out. It's been updated. Download the app as well. And then if you're looking to get into broadcasting and DJing on radio, please get in touch with So Online Radio, info@soonlineradio.com, and we'll hook you up. We've got people like our legend DJ Chella Katwishi who will help train you, who will help guide you, and the bit that we know, we don't promise you a road, obviously, but we promise you to fulfill your dream. I believe being on radio is not it's a dream. So if you've got that dream, please get in touch with So Online Radio, and we'll sort that out for you. And then next Saturday we've got an event. This event, a COVID awareness event. It's a fundraiser to help with the frontliners in Zambia. As you can see from the lineup, we've got Ken Dumbo, we've got Hilda Mtale of the Mumba Charity Foundation, we've got DJ Cosmo, we've got Tasila Lungu there. I think she's got a new surname now. I don't know what it is. We've got DJ Busy with the music. We've got So Online Radio producing it. We've got the British High Commissioner in Zambia. to be part of it. We've got the Zambian High Commissioner here as well. We've got Zasik there. Who else? We've got Muila Chavala. Obviously, So Online will be producing the thing, and it's going to be lit. And then we've got the UK Zambian community through Zambia Togetherness as the main. So it's going to be fun. So tune in. And then tomorrow night, are we still doing that tomorrow night? We've got a comedy show, the first ever virtual comedy show, featuring the likes of GC Comedy presents that tomorrow. So join us again. So Online are producing that. I think we're the main ones for producing virtual shows at the moment. So please tune in, and thank you for your support. We're gonna play that song, and thank you, Mr. CJ. I will never come Sebo. Chimsebo, actually, it's a long one. It's not. It's from Chilumburu Road all the way to Ring Road. For those of you that's who haven't been to Zambia for a long time, you know where the train used to pass there? There's a road there. It's called Ring Road. So on the other side. So it's that long. It's from Chilumburu to where past the Njanji all the way to the other side. So it's a big thing. I can't wait to have a barbecue there. So thank you so much, CJ, award-winning road honor. Have yourself a very good night, and regards to the family, and God bless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ndine mwana wa ziko latu, obadwa ndikukula mu Zambia, malo opumlira ndimtendere, kwa onse osakila malo azapeza ufulu, tingasusane nkawuzina, koma nkondo yebesina yonero, kakale zonse zikazi pitamo, tikali, one Zambia, one nation, Kambuye.
My Zambia, my identity, which is in the ghetto job, which is in the ghetto job. My Zambia, my identity, which is in the ghetto job, which is in the ghetto job.
Tizibane, tuzibane, tihibane, twishibane, tumanyane, tuyukane, tuliboshane, twishibane.
Mulungu watidalisa ndicholinga, izitili nazo simuzitama ai, tisaziye mbwerere kose, uyu mterere ni mwachifundo cha Mbuye, tikayangana maiko ena, tawi zonse ndichizo ndindi nkondo, ngakale zonse tizipita mwese, tikali wanzambia kumaso ambuye. My Zambia, my identity, which is in the ghetto job, which is in the ghetto job. My Zambia, my identity, which is in the ghetto job, which is in the ghetto job.
Tizibane, tuzibane, tihibane, twishibane, tumanyane, tuyukane, tuliboshane, twishibane, tilichisanzo kumaiko ena, isedaliso kwa ena onse, anondi malo atu opumulilapo, tisambe manyazi ndizikolatu. My Zambia, yamuka ndikuwala, yafika ntawi yako, kambu ya Mulungu ilipaiwe. My Zambia, nyamuka ndikuwala yafika ntawi yako mphamvu ya mulungu ilipaiwe
My identity, Digi's in the kiddo child. Digi's in the kiddo child. My Zambia, my identity, Digi's in the kiddo child. Digi's in the kiddo child.
Yes. Like I said, I'm going to play a bit of music before we sleep. We're going to stop at exactly, so for half an hour, please. Yeah, half an hour, we're going to make you dance a little bit. We're going to start with this song, Blessing. And this one goes out to my brother, Chella Katwishi. It's a blessing to have a road named by you. So this one is for you, my brother. We're going to start it from the TOP. Yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Kalandanya Music Promotions. Bakabila bakangwise Atingawe kapone yeno bakanseke Mwipe bodionse bafaya nkalumbe Blessings follow me Bakabila bakangwishe Atingawe kapone yeno bakanseke Mwipe bodionse bafaya nkalumbe bena Blessings follow me Halale satalala Talala Katula le satalala Talala Alanduile kondo talala Talala Jehovah wandi talala Halale satalala Talala Katula le satalala Talala Alanduile kondo talala Talala, blessings follow me. Bonfa winonga ndechula, umutima nga ulechula. Bonfa winonga ndekula, imitima shabo shachula. Bafaya venebo nachula, nombale sa. Siba kukonda timansiba, just move.
Oh yes, and I'll take one or two requests. Noel, I see you over there.
Babuna bankale mangaiwe manje sibanga kwanise soba mazonda vameno chita when you go down pick it up bafali mina futi go down pick it up then na Gucci go down pick it up na monga wasila go down pick it up baby go down pick it up bafali na futi go down pick it up then na Gucci go down pick it up na monga wasila go down pick it up
it shows when you drop down pick it up Chile pull in other words rip it up you the only one that's with it now But like if I fake you original. Style right now, let's hit them up. Shoot them down with no criminal. Never looked at me, wanna see me now. But like if I fake you original.
Kesiba chikukanga kubwelela futi mokona. Basako bakuseka kumbali chifukwa wayonda. Silangane mumila futi ukalimo. Wakapaka makeup sweetie ukachiripo. Iwe tabe baby you Mike bana kambana.
Wanna smile in your face, but can't burn the race. You so play for this, they don't have a case. Your goal is the only thing you got to chase. But wanna uchitika, they wanna embrace. Style right now, let's hit them up. Shoot them down with no criminal. Never looked at me, wanna see me now. Hey, yaga 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 yaga.
Siba kukonda tima siba, just to move on. Mama kune na tima vela basakina reason, yeah. Mama bakale bakale,
manja sana na ke. Akapako sana futike tike. Akaju. Vomitazo tule sana ke tike. Akaju. Kanise museno timu ke pike. Akaju. Tiraka ni tiaka. Akaju squatta.
Uma divorce madam ngatachaya.
Akaju.
Yula kaju, bonga mofonde kachaya.
Akaju.
Bareta dab na mashaku nende kwa.
Akaju.
Request ya kadela laba.
Akaju squatta. Ite pango matoto volapo. Akaju. Utira tu wabaneta kubulapo. Akaju. Serera pano matiempo. Sapo. Akaju. Tule sana. Akaju squatta.
Yeah, ibira tip na chirira share tepe. Dala babot kuno ndetere ninkeche. Penny boss nala fonko la ponoro. Sentu chilo washe.
Akaju squatta. Aisana majabu nebo ndeshana. Akaju. Kana bakarume na bakashana. Akaju. Nachirira leta kwa bakashana. Akaju. Ichitabonse. Akaju squatta.
Yeah, awina jackpot bamopere lamo. Akaju. Dance ya paketi kena pakalomo.
Akaju.
Oka six paki na wo bebe na wo.
Akaju.
Chikari.
Akaju squatta. Umupera kashi bali muno. Akaju. Akura kateka brr, michanda. Michabu kuwa ndakanda. Serani kwa tuliko mukamba. Heranda.
Zimbraka panike. Waza kwenda bu chineke. We back in the dube uniformity. Kwa nyori.
Kunoni kumalecha tukarange. Abanyori twalibu karange.
No other internet station does it like we do. So, online radio, your solely timeless station.
Vis-a-vis mukafuandi mushaudini. Nishtobekana finga ndirini. Uzuile ishadi tumezi. Oh, gracias.
Imborero setika kalaluka. Utalala wataluka. Kusechino kufunga na maluluka. Obyokeluka.
Now we tapping like a nimbuka. Kantina go batumba. No malwele, no mawari. No inkongole, soni no mawari. No iwati, fume fyoko. Mission kasabanye mundote. Mumboy, mona boy, nakupapata wingona wila kade. Wingona wila kade. Nakupapata wingona wila kade. Gonna wila kade. Nakupapata wingona wila kade. Life ya dikosa ba ndala panaka. Bubi sad. Let's. I feel blessed, yes, sunny new day. Day mwana pofi maikona cool way, like yeah. Lelo kuna lala mudi galagato. Monster patole, pala. Kitumba nadi kava kale budget. 10 deep taila ba budget. Dina feeling ya laba vibe. Ani pinga monga kwa laba size. Stefina ipunga mumukaya. Demo nandi just one of those liars. Sebilala nimi kwa tila chistora. Papene tamu lafi kapatadi na ishori. Yeah, a tips and fat ngani nani chite. Uyo mulungu badi kwisa for the weekend. Abasani nanko, babasani nanko. Kaspoila leta batemo nanko. Now we tapping like a nimbuka. Kantina go batumba. No malwele, no mawai. Going Congo, so the number one. Loy what? From the Kyoko. This one comes up on the Mundo.
You know I came for the remix, right? I don't need my money by Monday. Give me the 50, give me my money right now. What's up, money couple of Sunday? Stick in the preacher, give me my money right now.
Kaule mukuzina Banita big man boss man eh umuchinshi tawisa but ndi what we no plan yeah kangwe tivichitika no kangwe show me that money kangwe tivichitika no kangwe
Olopeleze upcoming Vaupuwa nenzukana Nipefumile koini wafunta mwana Tia fukunyoka chosa starta mwana Inenga sinifola usafola mambama Katakulia kanyampu kuteti nsange Nikuno mwanga lupu banshidia teti nsange Waflasha ni mukanwa Leta kangwe Ichimbu yoka kuine Leta kangwe These days wakaka ule muguzina Ulubasa wela di mazale tika vina Tishan aka Mr. Baila Mukemu neba kunkulusa kunkuru
Kaule mukuzina Banita big man boss man umuchinshi tawisa yeah but ndi watching we no plan yeah kangwe tivichitika no kangwe kalina munofu akan sofu kalina munofu akan sofu
While others are channel hopping, we have our listeners locked 24/7 on So Online Radio, your timeless station.
Hurry up.
Ooh, Noela.
Somebody got
I just got that one today. I haven't heard it properly. I'm going to say it now.
Hurry up, me
Sexy. Biggie back a yard. Hey, flexing. Left, right, up, down, uppercut. Take a bone and the uppercut. Catherine Jan, uppercut. Nipoba Munati. Your boyfriend wanna get under me panty. I don't do comedy. Sitting down on your oh, you moving it thick. Too hot. Billy lick. At your own risky. Kunichila nixie. Hey.
Kalina munofu akan sofu kalina munofu akan sofu kalina munofu akan sofu kalina munofu akan sofu
somebody call for the fire brigade. Listen up, Papa, and Cecilia. Hurry up. Yeah. Somebody call for the fire brigade. Listen up, Papa, and Cecilia. Hurry up. Yeah, turn it on. Angas minanzoy tinlindawa. Give nigga access to VIP. Oh, wanna say kanyama flesh with nana. Oh, nothing is like. Say nothing chola ne groupie. Kuna backbone unabi. Nyala. Say nothing chola ne groupie. Kuna backbone unabi. Nyala. Izinja zempilo man. Umutotiti, otititititi. Wama Elisa. Ufuna shala na ma Elisa. Relax, amuso penika. Sama yo muti. Wama Elisa. Ufuna shala na ma Elisa. Relax, amuso penika.
onseine wine pedazo, wine pedazo, wine pedazo, wine pedazo. Nima kuona iwe yonse muri nae usekelela sini sekela mo mikakula ngani ningela sanje ndine ninakuza kuti uya pepo ufune kobenya soplano nidila inei simene ninakuza sizamene zense kumutima ninakalipacha bei soplano nidila inei simene ninakuza sizamene zense kumutima ninakalipacha ngati ninakuyeka iwe na mutima onse ine waini peraso ngati ninakuyeka iwe na mutima onse ine waini peraso waini peraso nikangiwokona nikakumbuka mwelete nzosevela pamozi teinizifunsa chimauzi nenzoganiza chani na tebe okuleka okupisha okonta soprano nidila
Let me know you feel it in my hips, so XO, you know your body make me feel like so. We don't slow down the tempo. Let me know you feeling on my hips, so you about to give me fever till the morning light. You about to give me fever, but you do it alright. You about to give me fever till the morning light. You about to give me fever, but you do it alright. Burning with that fever, 100 degrees heart's on fire, I'm on my knees You got the keys to ease me, but you tease me, but make me a believer. Tell me you got
Ninapitana chalo sini na Inaenda Amerika, inaenda Australia, inasakila chalo sini na inaenda Nigeria, inaenda Tanzania, inasakila kansi ngenze On a beautiful day, angenambo nisakile iwe baby, kupeza mukazi, siyabala na Brazilian hair, sinezo zima, alibile tunajikondi, wenze kutimambi, nenze wasoma, wenze kutimambi, nenze wasoma, what took you so long,
They come and make you. I'm a nice guy, so don't come here pretender. Don't dare me, cause I'm now a predator. Give me tools, give me tools. Simply because 24 was better now. 24 was better now. 1, 2, 3, like a number penny.
Okay, now wait, I'll play you those two songs just before I log out.
Babonte malaika muswitini saika ekala kilasna lima muistima abela kumama tatina kusima wakni chibulu aba good money drama when it comes to sobo enya drama aloba badi tepu salionsa ni wala abela kutuwa mafaka ni wala no isi vakansa pere na muri drama oh yeah I'm a nice guy, so don't call me a pretender. Don't dare me, cause I'm now a predator. Give me tools, I give me tools. Simply because 24 much better now. 24 much better now. 1, 2, 3, they got no bump
Nacho pena pani bole, de fam pene mbomu lole, de ba mabazi no jele, wilanje ba ma ilele, nacho pena pani bole, nacho pena pani bole.
Tonight is a vibe and she can't wait. Girl, one give me pony on the face tape. Turn up the drum on the bass line. Girl, can't work out your waistline.
Party mode activated. Before I come at chamber for wasted. Ganashi Magelo anti-fested. A party no from selected. Friday and Saturday bowling. The Sabbath be keeping it holy. Monday back to the office. No beers until further notice. She got a elo, madam with you. Just for tonight, madam with you. Kepushe kwesundi wa muzulu. Atitakwa take, if you not open up any wele. Nefu ampene mbomu lwele. Neba mabazi no jele. Ilanje ba ma ilele. Not open up any wele. Not open up any wele.
Tonight is a vibe and she can't wait. Girl, one give me pony on the face tape. Turn up the drum on the bass line. Girl, can't work out your waistline. Bring your body close, make me bless you.
Yes, King Paul, thank you for tuning in on the radio. Welcome to Soul 9 Radio. Power.
Outfit black on black. Omukosi Jesus peace. The money plenty. Mazali ma 20 babes. Tell me whatever it is, me I go buy it. I'm shooting my shot, baby, die for me. You want for Nico chilling on a champion. Girl got the body looking like food. So me say everything good. Okay, manje fella. In the truck in a trailer. Bitches is chef on a boiler. Kuli baby tini.
Let's open up any wele. De fam pene mbomu lwele. De ba mabazi no jele. Wilanje ba ma ilele. Let's open up any wele. Let's open up any wele.
Tonight is a vibe and she can't wait. Girl, one give me pony on the face tape. Turn up the drum on the bass line. Girl, can't work out your waistline.
Calendar, the music promotion. Massive collaboration for your people them.
Exclusive.
Baby, when so she don't understand. But if I can't with Mama phone kutini kuna kani kusi Mama phone kutini phone baza benangu.
We may have lost some of you a bit there. Yes, is telling me sleep now, it's time to sleep. Gonna play 2 songs for Noella and then we're done.
Baby, nakula nawe. Nanguba kandendiwe ule sochabe. Baby, sochabe. Sochabe. Baby, nakula nawe.
Exclusive from Natwin.
Yes, this one goes out to Noella. It's a brand new song by Bombshell for the Assassins.
Nexus Music.
Yeah, supu ya mbuzi. So stripping a supu ya mbuzi. Mama choka fuck na juicy. When I get the bustin' like a newsie. Anybody running lips loosely. Talk stupid on me, get you toothless. I could cause a scene like blue ticks. Cause I'm real radical, I'm ruthless. Chef cooking in the kitchen, knew exactly how I like my chicken. I ain't tripping on myself, these niggas in a minute. No, I don't forget, I forgive them. My mind and my business. My mind is a book of records like a Guinness. Yeah, I'm the game's main menace like Dennis. Painting, yeah, bananas. The wrap your head like bandanas, bandanas. Yeah, 25 hours a day I've been putting in overtime. Yeah, no sleep, packing more heat than the summertime. Yeah, I gotta win, now I'ma put that on everything. Yeah, like a ticket, biggie, really get me. 25 hours a day I've been putting in overtime. Yeah, no sleep, packing more heat than the summertime. Yeah, I gotta win, now I'ma put that on everything. Yeah, like a ticket, biggie, really get me. Just a team for the floor like Hunky. I'm a fiend, I'm a punchline junkie. Was a dream, now I rep my country. Now they call me a queen like Nundy. Now I'm eating these rappers like Munchie. Turn a whole rap game to a puntry. Yeah, I pull up on them when I'm hungry. Then I turn MCs to a lunchy, ayy. Fancy, ayy. Funky, ayy. Sini and the Kuli say I'm comfy, ayy. I'ma pass that torch when I make more slaps than George. And I'm over and done with, ayy. Drip, drip. Manzi clapping the booty like round of applause, ayy. Big shout out to my fansies. Now give me a round of applause, ayy. Gracias, gracias. Thank you. Ndarumba. You far too kind.
More music on natwinda.com.
This one is my last song. It's a brand new one by DJ Shosta featuring Chefy 187 and Team. We got about a lot of divide and a lot of competition between the two artists. Who used to be the judge? I thought it was evenly matched.
Yeah. Off the bat like a baseball. I wanna say this rapping has saved my life and I'm thankful. I wanna say that Jah has saved my life and I'm grateful. And cause of that I find myself praying for those that I hate for. I don't blame them, I don't shame them. I've been there and I'm lucky. I came up out that ditch, now I'm in here like a scrunchie. Making positive changes, giving listeners gold. No lightweights with shoulder heavy like lifting a load. A gift for the foe. Time to give y'all grace through facing a tweeter. Listen close, put your face to the speaker. The play of my music is not to gain favor from preachers, but pray that my speeches reach the lost sheep and make them believers. What's up?
Yadi kalakale, akale yadi yakababane. Now I bring the heat, teti patadale. Pachi fulo chakwetata, adi kalakale. So teti mungu anishepo. Flow yabe yakababo inshufu anempepo. Sunkama pepo nine mwana mfumu. Mwana mfumu baba kulu na wakulu iretate mukulu.
The devil is a liar, I'ma melt this. Idol worship I dare, he's trying to wire earth with. The thing with me and my entire realm is we move with a light on our heads like we're rocking firefighter helmets. Boy, young Tim with a hue, Masakela soul. 3 stacks meets your master when I hit the flow. I used to run the clubs just like Suke. Chile, now you catch me in the church, Nine Suke. Chile, Shonongo, Chive. Chive, Twala, Ipuma, Nemi, Pon, Twade, Pive, Live. Aifuna, Floni, Sopo, Afuide, Chive, Twadi, Tuva, Monavo. Skillet in it, yadi fuller. The illest flipping lyrics giving meaning to different scriptures. Equipped with wisdom, we preach the kingdom business. The gift is spitting. Boy, Sauce got the zing zing. Muswati's ATM passwords got nothing on this level of kingpin because
yadi kalakale, akale yadi yakababane. Now I bring the heat, teti patadale. Pachi fulo chakwetata, adi kalakale. So teti mungu anishepo. Flow yabe yakababo inshufu anempepo. Sunkama pepo nine mwana mfumu.
mwana mfumu pabakulu n'abakulu iretate mukulu.
Mwana mfumu ngebedida kanabesa shono ngoma gogi mwebeni na banalesa denga tumu kabamona balesa but never bibidi kuyimona lesa mompela feva ne palo pamulu wabupe tenda forever na hello pamulu wamutengo chiri mububi life jacket yo mabuke paper most high laba kwai tetin samu kyama testimony DVD shaka wepo DVD tetin dale kwensala we shifachi kwili lari miga bachi fulo kala pachi kuno present pele vaya we shono ngashade shidi confidence fukabe lwane chimukabe chise pamoko chinga mukabe lelo te pasondo chilo lete somblo dokule ponya malumbo pefene ikombo
yali kale akale yali yakababane. Now I bring the heat teti patalale pachi fulo chakwe tatari kalakale so teti mungu adishepo flow yabe yakababo injufu anempepo sunkama pepo nine mwana mfumu pabakulu n'abakulu iretate mukulu.
Yes. That's a fresh, brand new song by Showstar featuring Team and Sheppy 197. Big tune. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that logged in, logged on, and stayed with us for over 3 hours. We're just working almost 4 hours. So thank you so much, everybody. Have yourself a good night. Remember to download the app. Remember to visit our brand new spanking website. Yes, goodies over there. Thank you so much. And then tonight, tomorrow night we've got a show. Tonight, yeah, exactly. So tonight we've got a show. The very first Zambian virtual comedy show. Tomorrow night. So thank you for tuning in for that one. From 4 o'clock to about 10 o'clock. So thank you for tuning in for that one. And then next week we've got a virtual fundraiser. Thank you so much. Otherwise, have yourself a very good night and God bless. First, I'd like to thank my engineer. I'd like to thank our guest today with Chella Katwishi. But I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. See you on the future.